What's up? We live. We back at it again. Happy Monday. Hopefully everybody can hear me. What's up, man? Atos. That's all we're going to talk about today. Couple people might join us, so we'll see. What's up, everybody? Yeah, we're just going to talk about Atos and the scandals over there. The common thing we hear. What's up, Dance Hard Die? What's up? Adios. Well, hey, I like Atos. Let's not attack everybody over there. There's some good people over there. Now, we don't support what some of the leadership has been doing over there, though. We don't do that. But there are some good people at Atos, and it is one of the best teams out there. Now, what are they going to do moving forward? That's a good question. I saw some stuff with the affiliations and some of the associations, so we'll keep an eye on that too. A lot of people speaking out. Adele, I put her on the thumbnail, but it's not just her. Other people were speaking out. Other people that were affiliated with Atos speaking out. So the common response is, where's the proof? Where's the proof? So he says Alexis' statements is the death blow, so hard to ignore. Andre's statement blaming it on the money is being pretty crappy. We're going to get to that. Again, people always ask, where's the proof? They ask, where's the proof with J-Rod? They ask, where's the proof with Isaac? They ask, where's the proof with so-and-so? We're never going to victim shame or victim blame over here. So, terrible situation. I can't even make it out of January. But before I piss anybody off, listen, I didn't do this. This is not me. I'm just reporting. I'm trying to educate people. If this stuff didn't happen, we would be watching Daisy Fresh marathon. We were on a Daisy Fresh marathon. Excuse me. So we're just gonna focus on the Atos scandal, the Gaval scandal for now. And that's Fight Styling. What's up? Fight Styling. Fight Styling. Like, hey, have you seen this? And I was like, man, I did a whole live stream on it. So we're doing another one. Carol. Thank you, Carol. Thank you, Carol. Carol be spending all her money. And I think, Carol, I'm going to wear the socks tomorrow. We're going to have the socks, Carol socks on the live stream tomorrow. Not today, though. Tomorrow. Look at Carol. I told Carol she got a purple belt. She didn't believe me. I told Carol she got a purple belt. She didn't believe me one bit. And Jared. Thank you, Jared. I'm not sure why he's doing the sound twice, but yeah, thank you, Carol. Carol been my longest member. She's been the longest channel member over here. Now, I don't know if she gonna get a purple belt in real life, but she got it on the live stream. Thank you, Carol. We love you over here, Carol. Carol. Jiu-Jitsu guy says Adele Fornerino is strong voice, being former Atos, watching her after the match speak up. You don't care about them belts, yeah. Hey, all right, Carol. Karil. Adele, former Atos athlete. She spent a lot of time at Atos too. New follower, sweet. New follower? Okay, cool. Hey, welcome to the live stream. Adele spent a lot of time over there at Atos. She loved Atos. She trained with all those girls over there. And she was kind of a mainstay. Train till you die. Okay, Karil. And I believe Carol, we need Carol here forever. Adele said something but did not point her finger at no one. That's how it is in some of these stories. You got to be ready for blowback. So that is, it is an issue. And I think we talked about it before, but Adele actually has a manager. Everybody say hey to Carol, because she been the longest channel member we've had on here. She's the highest ranked. Carol, she's the senpai. Carol is our senpai. Well, your senpai. She higher ranked than all you guys. As I was saying, I just lost what I was about to say. What was I saying? I don't know what I was. Oh, she's got a manager. Yeah, she has a manager. So, sometimes the manager, will influence what she's going to say. Adele's got a lot of sponsors and, stuff like that she's got to account for. So I do understand that. Honestly, you need people like me and I think it's up to the older athletes to really speak out, because the younger athletes, they're young. What they know? They don't know nothing. So they've never been in these situations before. They don't know how to handle it. So you do need older athletes, which I'm kind of seeing, guys like Keenan and some of the other guys are speaking out. So we'll cover some of that too. I'm trying to read the comments, guys. I'm a slow reader. Don't think there would be this much talk if nothing happened. Then Galval with the statement gaslighting the community. Time to see facts for them to take accountability. Well, there you go. People don't want to take accountability. In this sport, because you guys hero worship so hard, it's hard for them to take any kind of accountability or pushback or anything, really, because they're so used to hearing yes. Imagine the Mendez brothers. They never hear no. Andre Galval never hears no. Some of these other people, they never hear no in their regular life. They never hear no. They get everything they want. Some people are worried about lawsuits without having any evidence. I bet that's possible. Now, people in jiu-jitsu don't really sue. They might sue me, but that's possible. As long as we're not defaming or promoting any false narratives, we're just reading comments, providing commentary. I never said anybody was convicted. I never said anyone did anything. It's all alleged. I need the whole file, especially if kids are in danger. She said leadership can only be, she said leadership. Well, there you go. There you go, leadership. I used the word leadership today, too. Release the Atos files. I ain't got no Atos files. My news network, our Ninja News Network, don't have all the resources for all that. I remember Black Belt Claudia got flack when she came out about De La Riva. We talked about that. Fight Style missed everything. We did talk about that. We do remember Claudia talking about De La Riva. All these stories come back up, but at the end of the day, what happened to De La Riva? Nothing. What happened to a lot of these people? Nothing. What happened to Isaac? Nothing. What happened to J-Rod? Nothing. Nothing happened. Nothing happens. If I was in charge of jiu-jitsu, okay, you banned from the sport. See you later. Bye. But I'm not in charge of the sport. Nothing happens to these guys. Look at Cyborg. They get to do every tournament. They just register for Miami. Carol says, you are the senpai. Well, for the live stream, you the senpai, Carol. Tiana and I will gather everyone with the Cracker Barrel. Please let me know. We got to take our funny sock photo. Let me know what day we should do that. Ninja News Net. Yeah, they're Ninja. Thank you, Sarah. We just came up with that. Welcome to the Ninja News Network. We cover all these stories. We just came up with that the last live stream, actually. We're working on the t-shirt and everything too, so don't worry about that. You guys know I gotta talk. I have some tea, gotta get my voice ready. But yeah, we're just gonna focus on the Atos story for today. Maggie finally made a statement actually about what went on in Fight Sport. Oh, did she? When did she do that? See, people got more information than me. When the merch drops. Okay, we're working on it. It should be pretty cool. And yesterday. Okay, we'll check it out. Is the story still up? Let us know. And we got some good ideas for our t-shirts. So we got a lot of lore on this live stream. If you guys joining us, you guys are up on the upswing. This is the live stream going good. We've had stalkers and creeps on here before. So we'll jump around a little bit. A lot of former Atos students, members and black belts really speaking out. So if that's not proof, it's close enough to proof to me. So we'll jump around. We're going to jump to, Instagram, Reddit, YouTube. So we'll just jump around a little bit. And hopefully we're not on here forever. What's up, MTK? What's up, brother? Geez. Oh, you guys can't see my screen just yet. Your channel is not just Ninja. You always Super Saiyan. Thank you, Kadil. We got to get Carol on the live stream one day, but she's shy. She's shy around new people, but not around me. We got to get Carol on here. Maybe Jer. We got to get somebody on the live stream from Iron Horse on here. So let me just switch over. It says official statement from Logos. So if you guys don't know Logos, that is Michael Liera, one of the most well-known Atos representatives. So they did an official statement. So we're going to read that. And there's a lot of stuff going on today. So we're going to do a lot of reading today. So don't make fun of my reading, guys. That thing's in the way. Somebody sent me something. People would be messaging me. Why are you guys messaging me when I'm streaming? This is getting ugly, especially with Andre's statement. Most likely this is resolved through the legal system. Oh, well, we've talked about a little bit about, what to do in these situations, and getting the authorities is part of this kind of the playbook of what you're supposed to do whenever a situation like this occurs. Oh, it's you? Fight Silent over here messaging me. What you send me, bro? Oh, geez, more stuff. People calling me. Wait a second. Not make fun on your show. Jerry is better with Duster. They'll keep your show rolling. Oh man, that's too many trolls. That's too many trolls on one show. We did a poll. I said, Carol was here for the poll. The poll was like, is Alec a troll? Yes or no? People said yes. So we can't have me, Jer, and Dusty on here. It says Logos is no longer affiliated with Atos. Oh, which one is messaging me? This decision follows internal review and consideration of information that has come to light regarding conduct that does not align with our values. We do not condone or tolerate behavior that compromises the safety or integrity of our community. Logos is committed to providing a safe, inclusive training environment where jiu-jitsu can be practiced with respect. The culture we build matters as much as the technique. Now, most schools don't sound like that. Most schools don't have a good culture. But I like that. I like what they said there. The culture we build matters as much as the technique we teach, and we take seriously our responsibility to protect the people on our mats. This decision was not made lightly. As we continue to grow, it is essential that our affiliations align with the standards we uphold and expect within our community. Our focus remains on delivering high-level jiu-jitsu instruction in an environment rooted in strong values and safety for every practitioner. We appreciate the continued support of our community and remain committed to fostering a culture that reflects what Logos stands for. Signed, Logos Jiu-Jitsu. So Logos, that's Michael Liera's gym. They should have put Michael Liera on there, to be honest. But I see the issues with the schools with Atos in the name. So, we here in Atlanta, we got Atos, an Atos affiliate. So we're going to see what they're going to say too. When you're in charge of these big schools, these big programs, you're a representative, everybody's a representative. If you train at an Atos gym, you're an Atos coach, you're a representative of the brand of Atos. So when the leader gets in trouble, that really does affect the brand. Oh no. Well, we're going to read that too. And if you guys don't know, Bruno, shout out to Bruno. He's a cool guy. Bruno been with Atos since he been there since the beginning. He been there since it was just him and Andre and Ramos. What was the guy's name? Something Ramos, not Davi Ramos. It was Calasanz. It was Bruno. It was the Mendez brothers. It was Andre. Who was the Ramos guy? The guy that was actually the head guy. Calasanz was on there. Davi Ramos might have been on there. Yeah, a couple people were on Atos. Ari Farias. Ramos, yeah. Raymond Lemos. Yeah. Okay, I said the wrong name. Okay, thank you. I was saying Ramos, Raymond Lemos, Ramon Lemos. Yeah, man. So he been there. If that's not proof, Mush always keep us accountable. Dorino. Now, if that's pretty good. That's pretty good proof to me, right? At this point, when your homie from day one is out, I don't know. He gave the Mendez brothers. Oh, I didn't know he's the one that gave the Mendez brothers their black belt. And you know what? They never bring him up either. Why don't they ever bring him up? They just kind of forgot about him a little bit. But shout out to him. He was the main guy, the head coach of Atos back in the day when it was like 5 or 6 guys. Before they had a big team and students. Remember those days? So yeah, we're gonna jump around a little bit. We got Mush in the house, one of our moderators and executive creative director. Yeah, the room with the brick walls back in Brazil. Yeah, man, they've been around. So that's some real stuff right there, man. He was there just last year, brought his team from UAE to AOJ. Yeah, but that was recently. What about the other decade, the whole decade you never heard about him? I wonder if these guys knew about Andre's behavior before all this came out. That's a good question. Well, people change too. I don't know if have you guys ever seen people get money and fame and change? I've seen that even in this sport, really. I've seen people switch up. They win a world title, they make some money, they change. And like I said, these guys, the Mendez brothers, Andre, they live in these worlds where nobody says no to them. Everybody's professor, yes, professor. You can't imagine what kind of life they live. They not living like you people. They living up here. They making good money, tons of students. They got a connection for everything. Look at the Mendez brothers. They were handed that school. Here you go. Here's $1 million school right there for you. That's not going to happen. That's not going to happen to me or Mush. Nobody's going to hand us $1 million school and design everything for us and do everything for us. And that ain't going to happen. Maybe it was change. It's so crazy to hide behind Jesus while doing dirt. Well, that's the playbook right there. Now, Andre, he should have done what Kyle Snyder did. Don't, put your account on private and post a Bible quote. That would have worked. So he should have hired some PR. He needed a PR company to help him. He probably put it in ChatGPT. He should have just posted that Bible quote. If he posted that Bible quote, he would have been okay. Look at Kyle Snyder. Kyle Snyder got caught on tape with his pants down and single it out. And he still got off. It's disappointing. Well, welcome to the sport of jiu-jitsu. For real, that's the move. Just hire a PR firm to navigate it. Shut your mouth. Yeah. There you go. And don't respond like Galval did. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. This we're gonna jump around, like I said. That was from Logos. Ooh. You guys can't even see that. This post says police report filed and legal processes have begun. So we'll check that out. That's why we do judo. Shout out to LL Snap. He working on the merch for us. I can't draw. I wish I could draw, guys. I just can't draw. So we got him working on that. This is Alexa Hurst. Is this the girl that spoke out? My feed is all messed up. Let me get this thing off of here. You guys. I don't know where to put this at. It's in the way. There you go. Can you guys see? Judo isn't. Whoa. Don't say that about judo. Don't you say that about judo. Judo is. Stop attacking judo. Let us do judo in peace. LL Snap, what's up, brother? LL Snap working on he working on the artwork. I kind of want a T-shirt, maybe in the future with some of Josiah's poems on there. Can we do that? Not right now though. What is somebody saying? Yeah, realize. Yeah. Oh, MTK! Shout out to MTK. Oh, we need that. LL Snap, we just make T-shirts. We'll pay you, LL Snap. He's our executive design officer. That plead the fifth. Oh, we need that. I'm writing that down. Oh man, that's a good MTK. Good. You know what, MTK? That was good, bro. Look at that, man. That was good. Atos needs a PR firm for damage control. It's too late, Kadil. They've already messed up. they dropped the pan. They dropped the dish already. They already dropped. Yeah, they messed everything up. I believe, I'm not sure if this is the girl. We're not even gonna click on her name and stuff. But she says, moving forward, I am no longer associated with Atos. This is something I never imagined I would have to say, as I have spent most of my childhood and teenage years dedicated to this team. So, you know, these teams, they all kids, basically. You know, I'm throwing AOJ in there too a little bit. AOJ, Atos, all kids, right? All kids. So that's unfortunate that this would happen, because that's where their champions come from, those kids classes. That's where the Rotulos came through, you know, had AOJ and then Atos, and that's very sad, actually. Might as well make I'm not a stalker, I'm not a creep shirts. I got one. Yeah. I kind of came up with. Let me see you my idea, LL Snap, because I had one. You know, I'm not a designer like LL Snap, so I'll send that to you. I know you're busy. I'll send it to you later. You're busy. Yeah. Well, I can't wait for that stalker T-shirt. That stalker. Ooh. It's called having a level set conversation if we're trying to shit on an entire art. Who's shitting on? What are you talking about? The creep T-shirt. Yeah, but don't drag judo down today. Why are you dragging judo down? We about to have a nice merch page. We're gonna have, the thing is, you do gotta know some of the channel lore a little bit, which is okay. So she said she spent most of her childhood and teenage years dedicated to this team, but now, unfortunately, I have no choice but to step away and speak out. Shout out to her for being strong. So many people, you see it often, so many times, victims are afraid to speak out, and then especially in this sport, jiu-jitsu. Where's gray something? Jiu-jitsu people be attacking the victims. Jiu-jitsu people be attacking the victims. Where's the proof? They be attacking, and then now they quiet. Now they super quiet. Now I'm not saying we don't need proof, but when you start seeing, you know, so many people coming out, then, you know, we're not attacking the art. We're trying to get the bad people out of it. Yeah. Put a pocket on a tee and have just. Oh, gee. Hello, Snap, bro. Hello, Kadil, why you keep calling me a troll? The real troll is LL Snap. Now, that might be a good idea, LL Snap. That might be. LL Snap, you might need to make that, bro. Go ahead. LL Snap, I'm just going to let LL Snap do whatever you want, man, because I'm behind it. Have little Josiah, you know, Kadil got her own Josiah. Have little Josiah poking out the pocket. And put a poem on the back, too. Yo. Mush. Mush need his own shirt too. He need a snow. He need a snow shirt somehow. I'm just gonna let LL Snap cook. Go ahead and cook, LL Snap. Mush said he gonna buy one. Little funny pocket. And Kadil might get one too. She can put her Josiah on her pocket though. Josiah pocket tees. little Josiah right there in your pocket. He says a lot of these people are immature and need to know how to form an opinion based on patterns without a need for evidence. Evidence makes it too late. Kids need to make an informed decision. Well, observation. Yeah, basically, yeah, you're right. Feistelin's right. You send those, it will be international. I think we'll be international with those pocket tees. You understand? Thank you, Gray. Oh, Lord, what did I walk into? Danny Chopper, I didn't summon you yet. If you guys if you're new here, I got to summon Danny Chopper. But he's here. Danny Chopper. There you go. He could be in the live stream now. So she says she's stepping away. She says, within the past 6 months, I was made very uncomfortable on many occasions by Andre Galval. Again, this is an underage female student, I believe. He touched me inappropriately during training sessions. Oof. He repeatedly commented on my body and my appearance. Uh-oh. Oof. During training sessions, is that enough proof for you guys? Danny Chopper, calm down. Danny Chopper will crash out. Calm down, Danny Chopper. Calm down. During training sessions, he would take me away from the training partner I chose for myself and send my partner to train with someone else, and he would make me train with him. He made sexual moaning sounds. Oh no, Galval. Report sexual assault with the phone number on there and put all the creeps in jiu-jitsu face on it. Oh, now I don't know if I'm gonna wear that shirt. I got enough enemies. If I get a full-time bodyguard, I'll do that. Put all that t-shirt. You know how big that t-shirt need to be? You know how big, bro, that t-shirt, you would have names on the sleeves, on the back, on the collar. It's not a bad idea, though. After last week, I need to calm down on the crash outs. Yeah, Danny Chopper, calm down, Danny Chopper. All right, this I think this is more than enough proof over here, man. Case closed. I'm not defending Galval. I'm sorry, Galval, they got you, bro. You did this to yourself. Your actions. And you know what? He had a beautiful wife at home. If that was me, I would have been over there with my wife, staying out of trouble. Dance Paradise says, full-time bodyguard. You got LL Snap as bodyguard. Yeah. Yeah, yes sir. That's so effed up, dude. How TF are they acting like this? I don't think there's any doubt that this is factual. Sadly, a lot of these parents trust the BJJ instructor just because they won a world championship. That's true. That is true. Send the shirts to the Philippines to your future in-laws. Cadil trolling me. Carol's over here trolling me. It's like that in a lot of youth sports. That's true. Yeah, youth sports. Anytime there's youth with adults, this kind of thing can happen. But we are supposed to have protocols put in place to keep the youth safe. So we have talked about, I think last episode we talked about Safe Sport. There used to be one for BJJ, but the website went down. And there's some other trainings that we can do. But now it's too late at this point. Okay, Cadil, I'll see you later. I might not be there tonight, but I'll be there tomorrow. When do we wear our socks, Carol? I might wear my socks tomorrow regardless. And he repeatedly commented on my body and my appearance. During training sessions, he would take me away from my training partners I chose for myself, send my partner to train with someone else, and he would make me train with him. He made sexual moaning sounds in my ear while he was on top of me. Oh no. And in another instance, when he heard let me say that again. It's kind of hard to read this stuff, bro. He made sexual moaning sounds in my ear while he was on top of me, and in another instance, when his head was very close to my head, he licked my ear. Ugh. Galval, what you doing, Galval? Why are you doing this? You got Angelica Galval at home. You got Angelica at home. Man. All right, Kadil, I'll see you. Academy Safe is sponsored by McDojo Life and does yearly background checks. Okay, I didn't know that. Did not know that. I reached out to Angelica Galval, someone I have always looked up to as a second mother. Oh no. That makes it even worse. Someone I have always looked up to as a second mother and who has known me and mentored me since I was a kid. Not only did she do nothing about it, she told me not to say anything and told me that if it's wrong, you have to at least act like it's right and don't bite the hand that feeds you. She chose to ignore me, silence me, and protect her husband. But would you still feel this way if it was your daughter? Ooh, that when they flip that argument like that, whoa. Don't vilify the gooner word. Please don't. It's great. What you doing over here? Don't put gooners and weirdos together over here. We need to make an app for gym predators and sell it to gyms for $9.99 a month. Yeah. Never put yourself in a position like being alone with minors. You shouldn't even do that one-on-one stuff in class. It just looks bad no matter your intention. Yeah. Ideally, you have always at least two instructors or, an instructor and a parent or, other adults present whenever you're teaching. He had Angelica on the other side of the gym. Oh, he put her on the other side of the gym. Gooner, widows, and BJJ must be removed for prejudice. Well, you're going to lose all your black belt coaches, but making statements on BJJ as a whole isn't fair. Gray, you need to chill. Yeah, we didn't say everybody in BJJ. Well, we just said most of your black belt. Atos must be removed, period. Okay, my man ready to crash out. Calm down, Gray. He ready to crash out. See, I told the wrong person to chill out today. Much says until jiu-jitsu is regulated, we can't consider it a real sport. Gray ready to attack all of us. Honestly, would it be wrong to keep running a running list of BJJ predators? Seems like it might need to be. Well, that list's going to be long, and you know what? We need to include all our MMA friends too. Danny Choppa chill, and Gray Saku done took all of Danny Choppa's energy. How you done? He done took all of Oh, bro, this is gonna be a long day today. Had IBJF ever made statements on this stuff for Cyborg or anyone? No. They never made any statement, as far as I know. They for sure, they not gonna. Cyborg and Andre Galval, they're superstars in the sport. So IBJF they're not gonna say nothing. We can get this on a website. It might cost us $300 to make the app and sell it to gyms and try to get a law passed where in order to operate your gym, you have to use the app. All right, LO Snap. LO Snap's ready to do it. I know we talked about it a couple times. Forget BJJ predators. Imagine the predators in general there's out there in the USA alone. Let's focus on our sport. Let's focus on our sport. There's a serious problem with this just in general in the world. The issue is this is a martial art, and martial arts, jiu-jitsu in particular, designed for weaker, less strong people, right? To protect themselves. Martial arts is designed to help you protect yourself. But in this case, people go into martial arts thinking they're safe, and then there's predators there. So I think we got to clean house first before we can really deal with the bigger problem of the states and the country overall. Told you we wouldn't see him at Pants this year. Uh-oh. IBJJF isn't going to rock the boat. Probably not. Mush says, in judo, there's investigations and sanctions for this type of thing. But BJJ has no central governing body like that. We can't even agree on a rule set. You got us there, Mush. You got us there, Mush. We ain't got no rule set. We ain't got no real governing body. IBJJF is a private organization for profit. Feistyle. Thank you, Feistyle. Let me send that to LL Snap. I'll send that to LL Snap for you. And Mush, I'll let them see that. I'm trying to multitask everybody. I'm sorry, Mush and LL Snap. I just keep messaging them. I'm sorry, guys. Mush for president. I'll message LL Snap too. I'm sorry. I be messaging them too much. We gotta start paying these men for all this work. IBJF isn't going to rock the boat unless they're forced to, which they're not. We all know their history with sweeping stuff under the rug. That's true. So back to the story. She chose to ignore me, silence me, and protect her husband. But would you still feel this way if it was your daughter? Ain't that? Now, if that was Angelica Galval's daughter, Sarah Galval, Angelica would, Now she has chosen to discredit me and attempt to cover this up, which in my opinion makes her just as responsible. I grew up training at Atos, and it was Andre Galval who promoted me to gray belt as a child. I'm beyond heartbroken. I once looked up to him, not only as my professor, but as a hero. Hero worship over here. You guys, I tell you guys, stop worshiping these people. I tell you guys, you don't listen. And a father figure. And to know that he would do this not only to me, but to multiple other people is beyond devastating. She said multiple. Go check out what Maggie said. She didn't name names, but it's the first significant statement from her. Floodgates are about to open. This is going to be a crazy year. So I'll make sure, we're going to make sure we cover the news. This is the Ninja News Network, but we're going to make sure we cover some jiu-jitsu too. Maybe not today, but usually we do cover some jiu-jitsu stuff. She said multiple people though. IBJJF isn't a legit organization, and with all the outlaw promotions, we can't unify with a collective vision. We got much for president of jiu-jitsu. How do we? Well, Mush said we need to become state sanctioned, so we would have to sanction every state first before having a country-wide organization. I never did anything that big, but if I can spearhead that or help Mush, let me know how we can do that. Stop calling it Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. All right, no more Jiu-Jitsu. Make the T-shirt LL Snap. Yo, I got LL Snap down in a sweatshop making merch for me. LL Snap didn't sign up for all of this, but he's gonna have to use his creative skills. Just Jiu-Jitsu. USA Jiu-Jitsu. Oh yeah, USA. Well, there is USA Grappling. Will we just become USA Jiu-Jitsu or form? I don't know. It's more sexual assault cases going on the tournaments. There's more sexual assault. There's more sexual assault cases than tournaments. Angelica doesn't want to lose her golden parachute. We need to stop calling it Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Okay, we need the T-shirt. I'm with Mush. I've been saying take the Brazilian out of Jiu-Jitsu. Well, LL Snap and Brazilians. Fifth Jiu-Jitsu. IBJJF has famously bullied other organizations. Oh, have they? Oh, I could see that. I bet that's what the UFC is trying to do, sanctioning as according to their rules. That's why I just have Jiu-Jitsu on the end of my name rather than BJJ. I also don't like that it sounds like, okay, calm down, Daddy Chopper. I'm a Nate Waza specialist. Make the T-shirt, LL Snap. She says, I never wanted this. I have nothing to gain by making this public. I'm choosing to leave behind all my friends and my family. This is my truth. Again, it's not just Atos. We read a story about Gracie Baja covering up a very similar situation recently. You can't scale UFC BJJ. This is my truth, and I know for a fact that I am not the only victim of this. That's not good, Andre Galvao. That's not good. To the other girls, I hope this gives you the courage to come out. That makes me sad. As a coach, people trust you. And when you take advantage of that trust, it is sad, As much as it hurts, I'm doing my part in making this sport a safer place. I refuse to carry shame that doesn't belong to me. Silence only protects abusers, and I refuse to be silent anymore. I have filed a report with local law enforcement. Oh, that girl, I hope that training helped make her confident and assured of herself to be able to do this. So I'm happy she took things into her own hands and she went public with this. A lot of girls won't go public with this, so we have to give kudos to her. It takes courage and to speak out against your hero. She said Andre was a hero to her and a father figure, and Angelica was a mother figure. So that's basically like going against her family. She made the police report, yeah. I personally know gyms and orgs that have covered things up. Sadly, it's not only a Brazilian thing. We do tend to shine a light on the Brazilian side. Americans get in trouble too. There's been a lot of Americans. We don't hear about them as much, but especially in other martial arts. And it's happened at other schools. Other schools have had worse people. Definitely had worse people than. We don't know what all Andre did. So let me plead the fifth first. We're gonna hold off on Andre's what he got to say. Let's wait a second on that. Let me wait a second on that. So we've had a couple Atos affiliates talk out, so we're gonna look at that first, and we'll come back to Andre. Let's leave Andre for a little bit later. Let him settle down for a second. They released the Epstein files and John Jones is on there? Uh-oh. What did they say? Oh, yeah, I forgot about the Epstein files. We got the Atos files going on right now, but hope they put pressure on. It seems like the pressure is on. I'm not sure who this is. Where are they out of? Looks like Spain, maybe. It says, we are aware of ongoing situations involving Atos and the serious allegations currently circulating within the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu community. As members of this community, we are deeply shocked and saddened by these reports, and our thoughts are with everyone who has been affected or distressed. At this time, many details remain unverified. This is from 5 hours ago? Many details remain unverified, are still emerging, and there are no confirmed legal findings or official investigative conclusions publicly available. In light of this, we believe it is both responsible and respectful to refrain from speculation or public judgment. Well, the girl already said she did contacted the authorities. What we can state with absolute clarity is that Espada Studio, I think that's in Spain, maintains a zero-tolerance stance towards any form of misconduct, abuse, or exploitation. Such behavior is fundamentally incompatible with our values and our standards of conduct. The safety, dignity, and well-being of our students, especially women, children, and other vulnerable members of our community, are our highest priority. We remain committed to fostering an environment where every person feels safe, heard, and respected, and where concerns can be raised without fear of dismissal or retaliation. With this in mind, we wish to formally announce that Espada Studio is no longer affiliated with Atos team. Moving forward, Espada will continue as an independent academy, guided by our own principles, culture, and commitment to integrity within the sport. We sincerely thank everyone for their understanding and support during this time. Our hearts go out to anyone impacted by these events. Oh, it's in Hong Kong. My bad. Somebody bro, since the first of the year, there has been nothing but sexual assaults. Yeah, in jiu-jitsu. I thought I was gonna get a little bit of a break, bro. Since the first of the year, somebody somebody bailed Craig Jones out of jail. We need him to do some investigative work. Craig, that's all Craig do nowadays. Tracking down. There's too many stalkers and creeps and predators for him to track down. We got to help him. Alec, you might need to do a soft voice video telling people. Elo Snap roasted me. He said you need to do a soft voice video telling people where to reach out if they've ever been abused or approached in a gym. You want me to talk in my soft voice, Elo Snap? We do have Sarah Gaval. She on vacation. She not worried about nothing over there. She ain't worried about nothing. She having a good time. Well, it gonna get real when she get home, but she enjoying Europe. All right, Sarah. Yeah. If this was Andre's daughter being, abused or assaulted or something, man, he would flip out. Angelica too. So, you got to remember, these are all people's kids, sons and daughters. And, when they flip it back on you, would you want your kids to go through this? The answer is always no. So, yeah, I don't know what else to say about that. The bigger BJJ has gotten the last 2 years, the more out of control athletes have become. Feel bad for Sarah and the Rotulos. Hope they aren't involved. I doubt the Rotulos. They've been doing their own thing for a minute now. I doubt they're involved with any of this stuff. Now, sometimes we like other content, but we're just going to focus on the Andre Galvao stuff. Because whenever I post anything, I make my live stream, people be upset. Well, get to the answer in 2 seconds. People be jumping on me. They be watching a live stream after the fact, and they be jumping on me. Me, you, and Mush can be the Chris Hansen of BJJ. We'll send plants into the gym and bust them. We're gonna catch everybody though. We can't do that. It's too easy to catch all these people for. That's what clips are for. Yeah, but sometimes I ain't making no clip. That clip, you know how long it take me to make a clip? I gotta manually make those. I gotta go in, cut the video, arrange it. I'd be tired. The Skeeter gene of BJJ. This has always existed. Chances are Angelica was once a victim. Oh, Jesus. Calm down, jiu-jitsu guy. Let's not speculate. But I had to stay quiet. Different era, different culture. It's our job, bro. What's our job? What are you planning on doing here tonight? Sit down. I just want to talk to you. The thing is, we can't. Who gonna be able to tackle these people? I ain't tackling these juiced up jiu-jitsu people. Have a seat here, sir. No foul English. Angelica seems to be about her bag. To catch a grappler on the Alex News, we Dance Hard or Die. We switched from Alex News Network to the Ninja News. Dun, 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 dun. This is the Ninja News Network. Our job to make clips and market some of your. Oh yeah, please bring guns. Yeah, we're gonna need some guns and flamethrowers and everything, tranquilizers. I'm not speculating. It's statistics. Okay. Don't worry, you got me a Mush. Special Forces unit. Danny Chopper part of the Crash Out unit.
Hey guys, long time no talk. I just wanted to give my opinion and comment on the sexual.
Is the audio okay? Let me know if the audio is okay. Can you guys hear Keenan? Let me check real fast. My audio, my audio been messing up lately. Was the audio all right? It's scratchy. Let me see. That's how he normally sounds. it does sound like that. My audio keeps messing up. I don't know why. See if it sounds different now.
Misconduct allegations coming out of Atos.
I'm trying to listen right now. It's not better. Danny Cameraman and Last Defense. Danny Cameraman. It still sounds scratchy? Let me see. It's always something over here, bro. My audio keeps messing up. I don't know why. Dun, 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 dun. Where is that at? What about now? It might be. What's up, CP? CP be at the gym.
Hey guys, long time no talk. I just wanted to give my opinion and comment on the sexual misconduct allegations coming out of Atos towards Andre Galvao. Now, these are tricky situations because people kind of wait around with bated breath for, conclusive evidence, but the reality of these situations is that if there was a crime committed, the victims should and hopefully press charges if that is what happened, but then the evidence doesn't necessarily ever get presented, So I see people kind of asking for, where's the evidence? People are kind of waiting around to comment on it to see some sort of proof, but the reality is proof doesn't come to the public. The proof or the evidence is presented to a jury, and then the jury has their verdict, right? There's the whole court process. So I just thought I would comment on this and just, these are allegations. No one knows yet what really happened. But I don't know. Although I have heard things from people in the community that something probably will come of this, hopefully justice. Now, this is a larger problem, okay? And obviously these situations are terrible, but they happen too often. And I think you guys are seeing the same pattern that I've been seeing for decades now in the jiu-jitsu community. Not just the jiu-jitsu community, but the martial arts community at large. This is actually a martial arts problem because martial arts has a unique...
Let me try one more time. CP, you missed it. I had somebody attacking me, saying I was making fun of jiu-jitsu or something. Let me see if I can get this back. I don't know what's going on, everybody. Let's see if we do this. Audio input capture. Jiu-jitsu deserves maybe. Yeah, but he was crashing out on me though. Let me see. I don't know why the audio messing up. You think it might be Instagram? I do want to play this. Let's see if we can figure this out, everybody. Why don't you want to work? Let me try one more time.
Hey guys, long time no talk. I just wanted to give my opinion and comment on the sexual misconduct allegations coming out of Atos towards Andre Galvao. Now, these are tricky situations because people kind of wait around with bated breath for, conclusive evidence, but the reality of these situations is that if there was a crime committed, the victims should and hopefully press charges if that is what happened, but then the evidence doesn't necessarily ever get presented, So I see people kind of asking for, where's the evidence? People are kind of waiting around to comment on it to see some sort of proof, but the reality is proof doesn't come to the public. The proof or the evidence is presented to a jury, and then the jury has their verdict, right? There's the whole court process. So I just thought I would comment on this, and just, these are allegations. No one knows yet what really happened. But I don't know. Although I have heard things from people in the community that something probably will come of this, hopefully justice. Now, this is a larger problem, okay? And obviously these situations are terrible, but they happen too often. And I think you guys are seeing the same pattern that I've been seeing for decades now in the jiu-jitsu community. Not just the jiu-jitsu community, but the martial arts community at large. This is actually a martial arts problem, because martial arts has a unique hierarchical structure that preconditions these abuses of power, okay? So I really think that the structure itself is part of the problem. Obviously, people are responsible for their own choices, and people can make terrible, terrible decisions for whatever reason. But we can't control people, but we can control structure. So what I propose is a solution. I think there's a solution to this situation, and I'm going to lay out why I think this is the solution right now. In martial arts communities, you have this sort of figurehead that presents himself in a gym. And not all gyms are like this, but most gyms seem to be like this, because it's almost like a natural state that groups of people fall into, especially when there's like a clearly defined leader. So what happens is you have this sort of like hero figure, this like guru figure. It's an embodiment of like all these different archetypes for people. It's like they're almost like the king, they're almost like the chief of the group. They lead the group. They have a sort of status. There's like a status hierarchy here. And when there's someone at the peak of these status hierarchies, and they control the domain, they have, immeasurable power compared to anyone else in the group, they become a sort of referential idol to the group. And it seems to be a like self-perpetuating feedback loop where new people will join, see how this leader figure is being treated, and then fall in step, and then also fall into the nature of like validating this instructor's leadership or this leader's authority further. And over time, this is where the abuse of power comes in, because the leader is essentially just getting his ego inflated constantly. And he's surrounded by people who tell him yes. And I'm not talking about any particular instance, but I'm saying that there's a pattern of behavior that seems to lead to these instances. And this is what it is. The leader gets their ego hyperinflated by all of these people, hundreds of people. Imagine hundreds of people coming to you daily for your wisdom and guidance. However, you're just like kind of a normal dude who just happens to be knowledgeable in like a niche martial art, okay? That's what the situation. But hundreds of people are coming to you, and there's a sort of shift. There's like a warping of the context where it's no longer always just about martial arts. It starts to be about
people fall into it,
relationships or family or life or spirituality, that people come to you with their questions and problems. And by nature of the position, the leadership figure tends to give solutions or answers. So more and more people come to you until you're basically this like priesthood. You're in like a priest class of your own church of self is what ends up happening. And people are coming to your sermons each day in class, and your scope is drifting. You have scope drift from, you're no longer just teaching jiu-jitsu, but you're teaching people about life. But the thing is, you're not actually that good at life, but for some reason you're teaching it to these people who seem to think you are. And this is the fundamental power asymmetry that occurs that allows these abuses to happen, okay? So you have a guy, everyone's going to him to authority. People see that the people are going to him for authority
yes,
and
sir.
answers.
Get him.
And some part of our minds, the human mind, starts to misrepresent what that means. And it becomes this strange relationship of power asymmetry where no one will tell this person no one will check his behavior, no one will be the person to be like, hey, no, that's not a good idea. And then there actually is no room for argument. a lot of the times. That person, that leadership's word becomes law. And there's pressure on everyone. There's like taboo to even go against it. And that is the precipice. When that occurs, that is where the abuse of power now falls into the decision making of one person, that leadership figure. He has complete omnipotence in their domain. And then now it comes down to that person's character. Are they going to abuse this power or not? And too many times, maybe, I mean, not everyone in positions of power abuses it clearly, but too many times the power abuse occurs.
Much crazy.
In martial arts, especially. So my solution is to change the hierarchical structure. And I've been advocating this through a rebranding of how we teach martial arts to American Jiu-Jitsu and have a new style, because the old style is based around this hierarchical structure of the sort of like chieftain of a group, at least these situations. So as a student, I would urge you to beware when there's too much hero worship going on of a particular personality. Okay, because that's what leads to the prerequisites for a asymmetrical abuse of power. Given the chances that person who's in this position of power decides to finally abuse it. So what you should do, and the solution that I try to do in my academy, is to make sure that no one person becomes the answer.
Much crazy, man. Much crazy.
Just have have better governance. Okay, this is a governance issue. You can't have an emperor in a business, especially in martial arts business, where you're dealing with these people who come in and listen to you talk. So there has to be a change of governance where there is no head coach. Okay, their coaches need to have flat hierarchy, and you need to have multiple coaches, and you have to distribute the authority. By distributing the authority, you maintain authority, but no one person has the ability to abuse the power because the power has been divided, right? This only happens from asymmetrical power situations where one person has all the power. But if the power is distributed, you almost never see this happen. That is the solution. And if you look at the pattern across time of all of these allegations and instances that have happened, and then the actual situations that have been seen through to justice, the core thread is the asymmetrical abuse of power. And that can be addressed. And so I would urge the community to look at the solution, and not just for their torches and pitchforks necessarily, although that may be warranted in some cases. Change the hierarchical structure of how martial arts is taught, and I think we can remove these threats and save future victims. So those are my thoughts on it.
CP said Jackson Souza. Now, I don't think that man was innocent. He she put out a very detailed reenactment of what he did. And he not black. CP. He Brazilian. No black poppy. Brasileiro. He no black. I think that man definitely did what he did. We're not going to read through what he did. That man, he needed to go to jail for that kind of behavior. That man was slipping up in the shower. Yeah, get him out of there. We haven't heard from Jackson Souza since. What was I about to say? Keenan, that was a lot of words, and that's why Andres left. That's why Andres wanted to play ecological games. He's like, man, Keenan, you be talking too much. They could have found a balance, but I guess they just went their separate ways. I don't think Jackson Souza was innocent, CP. You got to send that to me. What about Simple Man? You got 16 dumb. Simpleton. They already got in trouble. We'll give them a couple months before they get back in more trouble. But there's Keenan talking. Keenan, you want to sound smart? Well, that's why Andres left. A lot of BJJ orgs would fall apart without the hierarchy and gatekeeping. Well, the whole association and affiliation will kind of fall apart a little bit. 16 dummies in a room. See, that's why they be coming after LL Snap in real life. He should have. Mush, you guys know Mush be messaging me. He should have left that in the drafts. You know, on Instagram, you can, instead of posting something, you can just save it as a draft. That's funny, Mush. CP sent me something. CP, why you guys be messaging me when I'm live streaming? You guys be distracting me. Homeboy said something.
Last month, I put up a somewhat satirical post titled Trends in Jiu-Jitsu that I wanted to see stay in 2025. And one of the things that I listed was sexual assault allegations from well-known black belts. And I'm a little embarrassed because I think it might have come off as a little too jokey. And it wasn't a joke, it's something I absolutely believe in. And it is something that I hoped would stay in the past. And I really thought that maybe people would learn from, you know, some people who had gotten in trouble or are being accused of, you know, either assaulting or being inappropriate with, you know, people, or at least abusing their power in jiu-jitsu. And as someone who wants to be the person who talks about things that are important to them, I figure I should say something, you know, at least in support of the victims, and talk about how toxic it is that there's this kind of trend of victim blaming and, you know, excuse making for people who are in power. And I'm not trying to white knight here or anything, but if you're wondering why there's not a whole lot of people, a lot of big name influencers in jiu-jitsu coming out and supporting the victims in this particular case, and in many cases, it's because they want this power structure to continue to exist in jiu-jitsu. They want to be able to abuse their power and not be held accountable for their actions. And I don't stand for that, and I don't want to be someone that contributes to that. So I would like to at least comment and at least, you know, offer support and a little bit of perspective. And, you know, hopefully we can kind of push back on this narrative that the head black belt is the king of all kings and can do no wrong.
I don't know if I trust this.
I think that, you know, as a black belt
safeguarding
and as a
panel you sent me,
owner,
CP.
I want to protect the sanctity of jiu-jitsu and the idea that, you know, jiu-jitsu is for fun and not fear, and you should be able to join a gym and not, you know, be scared of anyone there or of the person who's in power. And I don't know, I think it's especially poignant these days that, you know, we see people who want this power structure to continue to exist, and I think it's not right, and I think that we should push back. So just I wanted to kind of clarify the post that I made, and also maybe just offer my 2 cents and my support to any victims and anyone who has been affected by you know, other people's actions.
CP sent me something saying Jackson Souza was acquitted or found, what was the word? Not guilty by the UK disciplinary committee. But CP, please go read the allegations again from was it Samantha Cook? Go read that one more time, CP, because I don't know if I trust this whatever this safeguarding committee was in the UK. LO snaps at his. He said everybody catching fades over there at his gym. Malachi Friedman, he's over there, South Carolina, North Carolina, one of those places. He says, over the past 25 years, I have attended many seminars taught by some incredible instructors. I learned a lot, but retained very little. That might be on you. When I did take something from a seminar, it was usually connected to something I already knew. The most valuable seminars are the ones that add something. Wait a second. What this got to do with what we talking about, man? Oh, get out of here. He talking about his seminars? Get out of here. We ain't talking about your seminars right now. I thought he was going to talk about the other stuff. There's so much SA going on in jiu-jitsu that Alex viewer count is going up exponentially because that's the only place to keep aware of these situations. And I got people attacking me. Unfortunately. We read Logos' statement. We read Atos in Hong Kong. We're gonna get to Andre Galval's. Let me get warm up before we get into that though. Homeboy used to be a part of Atos. What's that guy's name? Jonatas Gracie. Yeah, he used to be a part of Atos. I do want to see what Atos in Atlanta said. I think they had a post somewhere. Let me duplicate this real fast. Rawls coming into town this week. I'm sure he gonna get a fade. You gonna get a fade with him? Okay. Ellis Snap be taking out his own coaches, bro. Ellis Snap be taking out his own coach. Do they need to put a pedo activity on a side effect of steroids? Possibly. Do they do a statement? Let me see. It's probably under Atos. Oh, well. Did they take it down? Did Atos take it down? Are they still Atos Atlanta? He probably took that channel down. Where did Bruno? They took it down? Oh, I guess they took it down. Where did Bruno say he was not following? I don't see it anymore. Yeah, I don't see it. It said Atos Atlanta wasn't there anymore. Craig had something too. I was looking for the Atos Atlanta thing. Maybe they moved it. Says, I'm surprised how quiet Gordon has been. I thought he would be taking shots at Andre unless the beef is done and dusted. I think he don't want to throw any stones. What's that? What's the saying? Might be some sales on Atos rash guards. Yeah. Yeah, all that. Ooh. You know how much merchandise they got to get rid of? Especially if it's embroidered. Now, if it's a patch or something, you can rip that off. But if it's embroidered on there, you're screwed. And you know somebody just bought a new rash guard and new gi last week. Dang, you fleeced. Yeah, Dorothy Slipper. Yo, kissy, kissy, kiss. Oh, L Snap, make that a t-shirt. He got some good one-liners. That crazy man got some good one-liners. Now, we're going to have a t-shirt with a little Josiah in your pocket. He going to be looking at you. Kissy, kissy, kiss and touchy, touchy, touch. What he doing over there? Tell us what he doing, Dorothy Slippers. I don't watch what he doing. If you live in a glass, yeah, that's you. If you live in that glass house, he know he can't throw no stones. His gym ain't in no better shape than Atos, really. His gym, Kingsway is on the same level as Atos right now. Kingsway, Walmart, Kingsway already got 2 strikes. Hey Sonny, I can't even see my hands. Hey Sonny and Isaac. One more strike, that's it for Kingsway. One more strike and Kingsway done. And I'm almost willing to put Moneyberg as the 3rd strike on there. Gordon quiet because he ain't too far removed of his own scandals. His ex running around right now. Yeah, where is she? We need to go find where she's at. Let him who is without sin cast the first stone. There we go. Bible quote. See, that's the quote Andre should have posted. Josiah in your pocket, wear the COVID. Yo! Oh! LO Snap, make that t-shirt. I got LO Snap in the sweatshop over here. We're going to have more merchandise than Craig Jones in a little bit. We're going to have more t-shirts and merchandise than Craig Jones. Give us about a month or 2. Put the little mask on. Ain't going to be in your pocket. Josiah crazy, but he got some good one-liners. Giddy up, giddy up, giddy up. That man. See, if Josiah was cool, Grippo would like him. If he was cool, Grippo would giddy up, giddy up, giddy up. Ole, ole, ole. I forgot some of them. And we still don't know what ole, ole, ole mean. Josiah making real videos about the Atos situation. It's so normal. It's creepy. That's fine. He just want attention. We need them shirts pronto. He'll give us ole, ole, ole. I got LO Snap in the sweatshop making them t-shirts. Bruno, I was looking for Bruno's. He didn't make no statement or nothing. It don't matter anyway. Let's see where the other one's at. We're about to get into what Andre said too. Don't worry. Says, bro, come on, man. You know what? Ole, ole, riding the bull. Well, I don't know what he want. He says, I'm happy. Mush talked some sense into me about sending that man that membership money. Now, how am I supposed to support a predator? Yeah. Don't forget, Josiah got allegations too. Josiah got allegations too. He still ain't copped up to. He need to be locked up for real though. Ole, lock his ass up. Someone says, what the F is going on in jiu-jitsu world? Allegations after allegations, sexual harassment, abuse of power? That's a normal day over here. Everyone is presumed innocent until proven guilty, but once guilt is established, accountability must be real. Belts and medals do not excuse predatory behavior, and consequences should be as serious as the harm caused. If the mats aren't safe, the art is broken. We've been saying that this whole time. And I got this dude in the comments section coming after me. Where happened to Gray Skull, Gray whatever his name, Gray Matter? That dude's coming after me saying you can't blame all the jiu-jitsu. But man, it's because we covered a lot of these stories. Every month we got a different story, a different athlete messed up. He says Isaac, Josiah, Gaval, Sonny. There's some more names in there. In a Big Brother style house, Shark Tanking and getting voted out of the house. You can't put them kind of crazy people together. They're gonna be in Sonny's OnlyFans. She's gonna be making money off of them men. You can't have Sonny around those guys. Now you don't have to worry about Josiah, but you gotta worry about there's too many predators. That looked like, remember the movie with the Predator movie where they had all the assassins in the place? I just watched that recently. Shout out to Uncle Dave. Where all the assassins and killers are all together. Yeah, that's what that would turn into. Andre about to have a half-ass explanation, then offer a free month trial on Atos online. He better do. Now, if he really sorry, he need to offer 90 days free. He's not gonna do that. Atos has the new Predator Guard, Predator Sweep, and Predator Lock on BJJ Fanatics. And I'm sorry. Sorry, BJJ Fanatics. I'm trying to get on there again. Says the arena, it's in San Diego, is offering 60 days free to those specifically in the San Diego BJJ community that have been displaced due to recent events. No contract, no pressure, no politics. Just a nice place for you to train while you figure out your next steps. You're welcome to stay with us if you enjoy it. I'm also happy to point you towards other gyms I trust. Just come by. Black Belts always train free. We do have Adele. She was on the thumbnail, so we got to make sure we listen to Adele.
There is a crisis in jiu-jitsu at the moment. There's a big, big problem, and it's coming from the hierarchical structure of our sport, okay? There's people in positions of dominance over people that are vulnerable, and these people in positions of dominance, their job is to protect, is to look after and teach people how to protect themselves. So these are the very people that are taking advantage of the most vulnerable in our sport, and it needs to stop. And the only way that we can make this stop, guys, is if we all hold these people accountable for what they're doing. Yeah? No more blissful ignorance. There is no such thing as an innocent bystander anymore, guys. Okay? We are in control of this. We need to speak out. We need to speak up and we need to protect the most vulnerable in this sport. And I promise I will do everything in my power to make sure that by the time the next generation gets here, they will not have to deal with this anymore because they don't deserve it. I love jiu-jitsu. I love this sport. I've been doing this my entire life. But we need to fix it. And we need to fix it today, guys. Thank you.
I got the answer.
There is a crisis in jiu-jitsu.
And it's called judo. The answer is judo. Mush is crazy. Mush crazy. Much crazy over here. People be messaging me privately, distracting me. You like that one? L snap. We gotta put that merch out, bro. People be messaging me privately. It's all good. Whatever, we take all your messages, private, public. We'll take them all. Predator. Ooh, can we get a Predator t-shirt? Is that too soon? I don't know. I do like I like Predator. I like the Predator series now. Not these jiu-jitsu Predators. I'm saying the Predator with the. I like those Predators. I have not seen the new one, Badlands. Have not seen Badlands. I saw every other thing though. We don't roll like that. T-shirts coming to Adele's Spotify store soon. Everybody wants to be. Everybody's a hero after the fact, yeah. And but the thing is, you see it in this sport a lot. They be attacking the victims. Where's the proof? And now the girl made her allegations, went to the police. They quiet. Where all the people? Because they be all up in my comments where this is unsubstantiated, blah blah blah, knowing full well about 50 different people done said something or left the team. He says, man, you got to have some accountability. Do you think Tony would talk me into doing something I don't want to do? Maybe. LO Snap, you can't push LO Snap around. A Nawaza focused judo rebrand is necessary. We're going to spearhead that. Most organizations need some type of hierarchy to function. Judo is super hierarchical. We're gonna change that too. Don't worry. Can you tell me if his wife or daughter have put out statements in support of them? I think more so the silence in light of all the allegations it says more than enough for me. But what do I know? Is that you, Mr. Marlin? Who is that over there? Predator Badlands. They made it a father-son story about a Latino dad predator that's gonna leave his son unless he learns to kill properly. Oh, don't waste your time. Oh no, they done messed up one of my favorite series. I once heard a BJJ coach say that he gets upset when his girls go to other gyms. His girls what tee up? Yeah, he said that they can't come back to his gym. Crazy. People should be concerned. Yeah. Everyone keeps saying tear down the hierarchy, but in order to tear down the hierarchy, everyone's going to have the hand in their belts. LO Snap can't wait for you guys to get rid of your belts and just do no-gi. That's what LO Snap wants you to do. Well, the South Asian Games or the Asian Games, you just wear a blue belt and a yellow belt, something like that. Oh, is that you, Mr. Moore? Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to post you out there. I'm sorry. Everybody messaging me privately. Why are you guys messaging me privately? We got Mike Columbus. You guys know him. He's he does all the photography. Says, when I teach kids, I always make sure there are other adults in the room, and parents can always monitor or even take part if they want to. When kids want to take pics with me at tournaments, I always try to make sure their parents are also in it. At my own gym, we have cameras for every public area recording 24/7, and I couldn't imagine how other gyms don't have that. I feel horrible when I see scandals unfold in our sport. I'd love to be part of the convo about putting up even more safeguards as a status quo to protect kids everywhere, because the perpetrators, not just kids being perpetrated on, are usually the ones with power and status, e.g., or example, the ones we trust. We started a charity to support good ones and make sure kids aren't caught in cycles of abuse. We have to do everything we can to protect our kids. As adults, parents, and instructors, this is literally our number one job. No, I've never heard of him. Evandro. He was a Gracie. That's why he had to burn it. Gracie. Or what Gracie did he get his black belt under? All right, much. I ain't repeating nothing much said. Yeah, it's true. But I believe these girls are underage though, so it's inappropriate. All that behavior is inappropriate. Yeah, it's all inappropriate. all that stuff is inappropriate. So anybody that's new, I'm gonna push you to go see the one girl, her post. Read her post, and then come back to me. It says, in a tear down the hierarchy thread on Reddit, people were telling me my opinion wasn't valuable because my flair is a white belt. Nobody saw the irony. Yeah. It says, don't get me started on parents living through their kid. That's true. And allowing some of these things to happen. That's true. Sometimes the parents get so blinded, and the kids training, it's just you got to stay present. You just got to stay present and mindful. He's selling snake oil too. Look, you can't trust nothing over here no more. But yeah, everybody go read the one girl, Alexa, I believe her name. Go read what she said. We heard from Adele. She just posted her words. We had so much good stuff planned for today, but Andre Galvao had to get in trouble.
Guys, there's a crisis.
We just saw that one. No sound for this. Tariq says, if strength doesn't protect the vulnerable, it's hollow. As men in a sport built on trust, discipline, and hierarchy, we can't look away and say it's not our problem. Abuse thrives in silence. It survives when power is protected instead of questioned. Our role is to protect the vulnerable. I wish that was true. To speak up when something feels wrong, to set boundaries, to listen, to hold each other accountable, to choose integrity over loyalty. I have a daughter, and I want her to grow up in a sport where strength means care. Not entitlement, where girls are safe, respected, and heard. Change starts with what we tolerate and how we show up. Never had an issue with my kids, but you know me, I have zero issue checking any instructor. That's true. They ain't messing with you, Mr. Marlin. You ain't somebody to be played around with. They know. Ooh, that's Mr. Marlin's kids. Okay, you better walk. They know. You help with kids classes, so I'm always there. Awesome. If you guys are worried about kids, you guys can always help in the kids classes. I assure you, those coaches always need some help. And sometimes there's times where I had no backup. I'd be teaching kids class by myself, but luckily the parents would be there or somebody would be there. So I always make sure people were there. Of course that you trust, but you should always be there if you can. Vice Stallion says, I used to be a cop. I realized we react after every terrible event. We need to know how to read signs when things are not right. There are signs usually. It's hard, but necessary to follow the gut. Don't be a victim. And yeah, that's true. Says that white belt is mad because he didn't get promoted to blue, so he wants to tear down everything. Parents get blinded chasing results for their kids. Not saying it's right, but just a sad reality of youth sports. If the coach is licking and moaning during, what the heck? So other people saw this. Galvao got CTE too, and nobody says nothing. And seeing nothing. I don't want to hear all these heroes leaving the gym now on their soapbox. That's true. Dorothy Slippers, listen, you're too real. Man, I blame the OnlyFans models coming to the sport. It wasn't as many assault cases until the OnlyFans models came over. Nah, it was LSTEP always got to blame the OnlyFans. LSTEP don't teach kids. JT just posted any Atos. Oh, no. We're going to look at that. JT is not having the best of luck with former coaches. That is true. Let's go see what Mr. JT Torres posted. We jumping around. So, I can't do my normal show. I want to do my normal show, but we gotta focus on this stuff. That's why you guys came to the live stream for, so we're focusing on that. There was Polaris and some other stuff. Rampage. Yeah, look at all this stuff we had to miss today. One of the Atos gyms, I guess they let go of 2 of the coaches. Yeah, don't let Elostat teach your kids. They said, thank you, Professors Hafiel and Emily, for your time at Atos Baymount. Wishing you success. So I guess they let the instructors go. Atos Baymount? Where's Atos Baymount? We would like to share that Professor Hafiel and Emily will be concluding their time with Atos. We are grateful for their contributions. I don't know. Where is that at? Is that in Cali or somewhere? Riverside? Where is that? Bro, I don't know where that is. What state is that in? Cali. Okay, thank you, sir. SoCal. Thank you. All right, so they gave them the boot. Well, they probably try to report Andre, and they got the boot. Ella Snap said he don't know what his daughter doing in training. Well, it's okay it's better for Ella Snap not to be there, to be honest. You just go, you just pick her up. Well, they're not gonna mess with that girl. MTK says we also need to talk about steroids and their long-term effects on people's psyche. Well, I tell you, people, I don't hear nobody else telling you guys stay natural. Don't use this crap. You don't need it. I never heard none of these guys. Maybe because they need it, but I never heard nobody else tell you that except for me. On the daily, hey, don't do that crap. Stay healthy, and that be changing people's psyche. Not to say that's all the blame. It says hard agree. If your kids aren't in the program and you want to coach, I already know you're a predator. Well, some people. Well, it depends. Oh, you're saying, yeah, well, some people just like helping kids. I don't know. I'll leave that up to you guys to decide. I'm not there. They quit. Oh, they quit. Oh, they quit. Okay. Says, I don't need nobody saying I taught their kids stuff. Okay. Man, we had a lot of good stuff to do. Whoa, Sexy Red. Get out of there, Sexy Red. Sexy Red might be a CIA operative. We should have guessed that. We should have been guessed that. She ain't got no talent. I don't think I had anything else saved up. I had some other stuff. We'll look at that later. Let me go see JT Torres. Look at Atos, guys. Yeah. Now nobody's posting. Everybody's super low key on this. Nobody posting they're posting to their stories, but they're not posting to their feed. Their channel feed. Balea. Balea, where Balea at? Balea, where you at? He gonna plead the fifth today. See, L Snap wild. L Snap don't mind getting the itchy scratchy. Oh, here we go. Let me zoom in for you people. Essential BJJ. We are ending our affiliation with Atos. Oh, that's serious. I gotta read that again. L Snap be look, Marlon, Mr. Marlon ain't used to this. Marlon, I told you about this live stream, Mr. Marlon. This is a serious live. Let me not read what L Snap. L Snap be changing up every other day. He be changing up what he say. I let the parents help if they are willing to put the gi on and join the class, but otherwise they are free to watch and supervise. So Essential Jiu-Jitsu, Essential BJJ, JT Torres says, we are ending our affiliation with Atos Jiu-Jitsu in light of recent allegations. Our academy remains committed to safety, respect, accountability, and integrity, and to providing an environment where training is respectful and free from fear or coercion for all. We will continue to act with clarity, purpose, and responsibility. Going forward, Essential Jiu-Jitsu and its affiliates will operate as an independent association. Wow. You guys heard it here? Much convinced me. He had me sold the other day when he showed me the videos of that. Oh. Calm down, LO Snap. JT is now going back under TLI banner. Respect. Marlon got jokes. I'm gonna let Mr. Marlon duke it out with Mush. I'm gonna let them two duke it out. Danny, man, I'm telling you, let me stop. Don't rile him up, LO Snap. You know, Danny Top ready to crash out. Somebody post some feet in the live stream for Danny Choppa, please. Post some feet for him. All right, so JT Torres. Did Barbosa say anything? So far, Liera and JT Torres. Andy Murasaki seems to be on the run. Where is he at? We be tracking everybody down over here, Mr. Marlon. Who else is over there at Atos? Some of the girls already left. There you go, some feet. There you go, Danny Choppa, some feet for you. Andy not posting nothing. Andre Galval is currently looking up Sonny's address in Thailand. he need to dip. Yeah, we try to keep it, If we let ourselves get too down, Mr. Marlon, this, you're gonna get worn down in this sport. I didn't see Bruno post anything. I looked it up, but he didn't. Maybe it was an old story or something. So I need people to post on their feed. Don't just post it in your story and take Atos out to your bio. Put it right there. Put it right there where I can see it. Because I was looking for Bruno's and I didn't see it on there. Or where is it at? My Buddy's Academy canceled their Sarah Galval seminar this month. Christian Woman Ace too. Ronaldo Jr. I think he's still over there. Well, he was training at Legion for a minute. Yeah, I don't see Bruno. Maybe Bruno. So everybody's posting in the story, so like the story already gone. For Zato Academy. Okay. Oh, there we go. He already changed the name. He done changed the name of the gym so fast. Can we have an on the lam betting board for the next BJ Jiu-Jitsu star? Oh, no, don't do that. We probably only have 7 days to organize before the next BJ or big crime happens. Yeah. Okay, yeah, I was like, I can't find it. Says, you gotta stop with them allegations. Your stream's starting to get bigger. One day, one of my partners gonna... Nah. Well, he left too. He was out of there a while ago, though. Okay, here's Bruno Frezzato, a.k.a. what used to be Atos Atlanta. In light of recent allegations within the broader jiu-jitsu community, we want to be clear with our students and supporters. Our academy is not involved in any way and does not tolerate behavior that compromises the safety, dignity, or well-being of our members. Our priority remains providing a safe, positive, and respectful environment for everyone. The culture we've built in Atlanta is rooted in integrity, accountability, and community, and that will always come before any affiliation or brand. So remember, Bruno, he been with Atos since day one. Thank you for your continued trust and support as we move forward with transparency and unity. So that's a big deal right there, man. Because he's been a part of Atos since it was in the room with the brick wall. You said Christian Woman Ace too. A lot of these guys kind of moved away. He's in Tennessee or somewhere. Where's he at? I don't see his handle. I can't find him on here. Did I spell his name right? Oh, there it is. Logic. Oh, here it is right here. Lucas just opened his new school in Orlando. He was with he got a little bit of drama too, wasn't he, with Jacare for a second? And took all the students. There's always some drama somewhere. We were looking him up too. Atos Winter Garden. Well, he about to say, Winter Garden is a nice area. About to change that name soon. But God forbid he got that sign, the big sign he put out in front of the school. Hopefully he made Atos Winter Garden. Oh, shoot. Oh, how many grand is that? $5,000 out the window. Christian Whitman says, I made the decision to uproot my life and move to San Diego after a single conversation with Andre on his couch. From that moment forward, I committed myself fully to Atos. I worked hard at HQ for years, on the mats, behind the scenes, on the podium, and in every way I could contribute. The opportunities I earned and the respect I built were the result of that work, and I remain genuinely grateful. I can't speak. Grateful to both Andre and Angelica for recognizing my efforts. Gratitude, however, does not require silence when moral standards are being questioned. What this situation has highlighted for me, much like other moments in our community and in life, is how deeply flawed hierarchical systems can become. When power is concentrated, accountability becomes fragile. I don't have all the answers. My hope is simply that the truth comes forward. Whatever it may be, this is not about me, but I stand firmly on the side of truth. For these reasons, I will no longer represent Atos. I will no longer support Atos. Logic will no longer be affiliated with Atos. My focus is on being the best husband, father, and black belt I can be, living and leading with integrity, both on and off the mats. He was at Jacare for a second. Took all the students. I'm joking a little bit. The sign making companies them sign companies making money. Oh man, and now nobody wants that no more. Says this guy is dumb. One conversation and you uproot your whole life to do something? Yeah. That's not even in the Olympics. This is this is a hobby that you might make $1 from. That's true. Ella Snap, he for real. You for real, bro. You for real about that. See, that's why judo better than jiu-jitsu, because it's in the Olympics. Judo in the Olympics. Is the Atos Winter Garden? That's what it's under. Oh, here it is. It's always funny how people say all the right things after the fact. Integrity, character, safe space. Yeah, that is true. That is true. Why was he so specific about the conversation happened on Andre's couch? That is good catch there, Dorothy Slippers. A little Dorothy Slippers crazy. I was curious about what happened between Lucas and Jacare. We don't know. I don't know. The post with Alexa in it, you were on it. Who was? Me? I'm in the post. On Lucas's page. What are you talking about? I'm in the post? How am I on the post? Wait, make that make sense. Go back one page? Okay. This one? That's not the right one. This one? The first unpinned post. Oh, okay. People be acting like I know. People be acting like I know what post is on. It's in Portuguese. That's not it. Mush is a professional, but Gordon Ryan is not. Well, Mush is in a Olympic sport. That's it, right? Oh, that's her. Oh shoot. Okay, thank you. Yeah, see, look, if you don't know where it's at, I for sure don't know where it's at. If you don't know where it's at, that's like somebody giving you directions acting like you know where you're going. I don't know where I'm going. All right, let's listen to Lucas Pinheiro, and then we'll jump over to YouTube a little bit, and then I've been saving Reddit for a little bit later. It's one of those days, man. Make sure you guys supporting the live stream. You know, I know people be lurking. Make sure you support the live stream. Lucas Pinheiro, you know, he's world champion, 2022, something like that. Gotta run, keep it up. Thank you, sir. He says, today has been one of the hardest days of my life. And he also says, I stand with Alex Hersey. Hersey? That's her name? Man, Galval, why are you doing with that little girl? Galval, you got Angelica Galval at home. I would have been, bro. If you got Angelica Galval, you good. What you doing, bro? You good, bro. Just, and you know she'll do whatever you want. You know what? LL Snap crazy. Don't read what LL Snap be posting, everybody. Don't read what LL Snap be. LL Snap, you know people be watching this show. LL Snap. LL Snap crazy. LL Snap, you too crazy, bro. Put it on a t-shirt. Let's see the t-shirt. The hardest day of his life. Dude's life is switching jiu-jitsu affiliation. Yeah, it's hard. Well, it is tough. Danny Chopper be crashing out though. LL Snap wild too though. Danny Chopper, focus on yourself, Danny Chopper. You don't talk about nobody else. Focus on yourself. I stand with Alex. Today has been the hardest days of my life. Anyone who's followed my career knows how proud I have always been to represent the Atos Jiu-Jitsu flag, and how much respect I had for Professor Andre Galval. That makes this moment even more painful. Today I spoke directly with several Atos instructors and main professors, people I trust, black belt world champions like myself, who confirmed the accusations involving Alexa and other girls. There's more girls out there. My wife also spoke with Alexa, who shared that she has already filed a police report. I can't read everybody. L Snap CT is acting up, yeah. Who shared that she has already filed a police report. From this point on, the truth will come through the proper legal process. Professor Andre has not reached out to me. What I do, he probably in Thailand I hope he's not in Afghanistan or somewhere. He should go to Thailand. Or I heard Australia's good this time of year. What I do know is this: I stand with Alexa, and I stand with any woman who can prove she was physically or mentally harmed. Well, you didn't need to put that part there. I think that's a little too strong there. That he didn't need that part right there. Everything was good up to that part. Here's how I would say: I stand with any woman who has been physically or mentally harmed. There we go. I fixed it for him. I cannot and will not represent a flag that does not reflect my values. Just as other academies such as Atos Temecula, is that in Mexico, and Frazato Academy, previously Atos Atlanta, and others have decided for themselves. To my students at Atos Winter Garden, which we need to change the name. Change the name, bro. I ask for patience and understanding. Today has been overwhelming, emotional, and deeply disappointing. I am processing a lot, just like many of you. He need to change the sign. He spent all the money on the sign. My commitment remains the same: to keep our academy a safe place, to protect our students, and to always stand on the side of respect, integrity, and accountability. Thank you for understanding, or thank you for your understanding. Normal classes tomorrow at Atos, Winter Garden. He's on something with the summary. Mr. Marlin went ready for LOL snap. Mr. Marlin wasn't ready for LOL snap over here. He said, look at these guys. If the hardest day of your life is leaving the gym, man, you gotta find something else to do. He says, I was getting paid to fight. You think I cried when I had to leave? He says, men communicate like women now. I see men. Well, Mr. Marlin, he an old head. He an OG. We gotta put respect on Mr. Marlin. Mr. Marlin, he wasn't ready for this LOL snap over here. I don't think my grandfather said the word emotional in his life. Yeah, they ain't know, man, emotions. Was there anybody else from Atos? Let's see what Barbosa said. And Mr. Marlin said Ronaldo Jr. Now, let's see what Ronaldo Jr. got. Nah, he's still Atos. Can't afford to leave Atos. What about Rolando Sampson? He's still. Now, I don't see Atos in the bio no more. Where Atos at in the bio? I don't see it over there. Yeah, I don't see Atos over there. JT's gone. Rolando still got Atos over there though. He still got Atos over there. What a terrible person or terrible position when your team is related to your funds. Yeah. Hello snap crazy, man. That man crazy. Must be saying stuff in private, but LO Snap put it out there in the open. Who else is up? Rotullo? Did Rotullo say anything? Yeah, I don't think they said anything. Ronaldo Jr. didn't say anything. I'm gonna see if Lucas Barbosa said anything. No, I don't see anything from these. What about some of the girls over there? I don't know all the girls over there at Atos. Man, if any of this stuff turns out to be true, I think it is. It just makes Andre's statement even worse. Hulk School is in Oregon. Temecula is inland, Southern California. Okay. I don't think Barbosa said anything. He quiet. Well, look at Barbosa over here. He got he over there. I don't know where he at. He in Brazil. Who was the other person we talked about? There's somebody else I was gonna look up. What's the name of his gym? What's Barbosa's gym? I was gonna look up something. I don't remember. Oh, let's see what Andre said. We have a super chat thing. Are you on your phone? We gotta get Sky. You just gotta get Sky to help you. She know how to do all this stuff. These kids know how to do everything nowadays. Let's see what was this?
Status or that position of power that tends to go right along with this is like, you're looking up to me. You're a child. First of all, you're looking up to me as somebody. You're going to do what I say. Take it a little bit further here. Look what's going on in the news with Diddy, with Puff Daddy, right? Insert jujitsu here. Take out the baby oil maybe, and are we not seeing the same thing? Man in position, somebody in the position of power, people don't want to leave and get away from him. They're scared that they're not going to get another job. They're scared of what they're going to lose. They're scared of retribution, and they don't leave. And they stick around while that person's hurting other people. I mean, it's the same story. Different industry. Okay, some of the facts are different, but You're talking about the same thing. This is people, the whole Me Too movement that happened, typically a man in power abusing that power and doing things. Unfortunately, and what's happened in martial arts is that they've been underage girls.
Yeah, Mr. Marley OG.
That black belt status.
It's called super chatting, or I don't know how to walk you through it. All the content farmers coming out with their Queenie pitchforks. And you know what? They be attacking me when I cover this stuff. I cover this stuff. They be attacking me left and right. Take out the baby. Oh, LO Snap. You know what? They ain't got no LO Snap though. We're gonna read Andre Galval's response, and then we're gonna go over to. I said they got comments on Facebook. We're gonna go to Reddit, but maybe we'll stop by Facebook in a second. Let's read what Mr. Galval has to say. We got old heads over here. Let's zoom in for them if they can see. He says, over the past few days, false rumors have circulated. Andre, is that how you want to defend your? He should have got some help. Now, ChatGPT, that ain't real help. That ain't real help. You should have got somebody helping with this. Over the past few days, false rumors have circulated online alleging inappropriate conduct with female students. These claims are untrue, and we are taking the proper legal steps to protect the integrity of Atos. I have dedicated my life to Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and to building academies where people can train safely, confidently, and with dignity. Andre, just stop it, bro. Just stop it, brother. I am proud of our culture, respect, discipline, professionalism, on and off the mats. Our mat space is surrounded by staff, students, cameras, and we have always worked to maintain a safe, respectful, and transparent training environment. Look who likes that Galval. Who liked that Galval post? Oh, let me back out of there. Let me back out. Why'd you make me look at that? I should not have looked at that. Some people we know are like that post, maybe by accident. The difference is Alec put in 15 hours a week in this sport just on this. Now that ain't showing the other videos or my training. It's just on the live stream is 15 hours right there. These content farmers fire up a camera in their bathroom and start reading ChatGPT talking points. So you guys know there's no ChatGPT for me. I'm out here free flowing. And LO Snap free flowing, Danny Chopper free flowing, Mush free flowing. We all free flowing. Nothing's I got no script. I have no script. I come out here, I'm reading, learning with you guys. Put himself in a position where it's over with one public proven claim. Yeah. He says, LOL, integrity is gone now, buddy. It would be messed up if he's actually innocent and she cost him everything. How would she be able to repay him, or would she have to? I'm not sure if that's defamation or what, but yeah. He says a lot and says nothing at all. There we go. That's jiu-jitsu right there in a nutshell, Mr. Marlin. All talk. Meow bro. Oh, your favorite star is liking that. Yeah. Your favorite star is liking that. Sometimes I like stuff by accident now. Before you throw a stone at me, sometimes I like something by accident. And on Facebook, sometimes I try to put the cry face or the laughing face, and I put the wrong don't make me do that, LO Snap. So I know some of them people. Don't make me do that. Don't make me do that, LO Snap. LO Snap be getting me in trouble over here. Now, I have gotten LO Snap in trouble in real life too, though. He trying to get me back. LO Snap, calm down. Next thing, he will offer 40% off online training. Some of you guys going to take that too. I believe him when he says transparent. Moaning on the mask makes me. Oh yeah, that was too much. That's something I expect from Josiah, but not from Andre Galval. It's okay, LO Snap. My only hope is that they don't watch the 2-hour live stream. They're not going to get to this point. Now, if somebody clip it, I'm cooked. I'm glad I don't have to crash out over this anymore. Danny Chopper, calm down, Danny Chopper. Been preaching it for years, but look at all this BS in the last few months. I like a Bella Danger by accident. Yeah, by accident. It was I don't know what happened there. The algorithm did that. Dedicated my life to Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and to building academies where people can train safely, confidently, and with dignity. I'm proud of our culture. Respect, discipline, and professionalism on and off the mats. Our mat space is surrounded by staff, students, cameras, and we have always worked to maintain a safe, respectful, and transparent training environment where I can moan on the mat. Welcome to the Goon Squad. Oh, you don't know about Goon Squad. Somebody was attacking the Goon Squad over here. I was like, wait a second. Whoa. We got a Goon Squad. Calm down. This all started. Oh, wait. Here we go. I will not engage in social media disputes. I love when they do that. I need to start doing that. I will not engage in social media disputes. I like that. Did ChatGPT write that? However, I will take the necessary measures to protect our community and my family's name that I've tarnished. And I assure you that soon everything will come to light. Oh, it's only going to get worse from here. Especially the facts on why a few staff members left due to recent administrative and financial changes. What are you talking about, Andre? Financial changes. This all started by someone who recently left Atos before this whole thing happened. And this person isn't even stated in the rumors. Who is this person? Who is this person he's talking about? Remember, I always remember when, remember BJJ steroids when they were kind of trolling. They're basically trolling Team Atos. And remember Atos was out. Everybody from Atos was out there and give me your phone. Do you remember all that? Remember that a couple years ago? This all started by someone who recently left Atos before this whole thing happened. And this person isn't even stated in the rumors, but obviously has a personal vendetta due to financial cuts and administrative decisions, which aches our heart to see such devious ways by someone who has benefited so much through the years and who should have at least the minimum amount of gratitude and respect for the team. What are you talking about, Gaval? Gaval, shut up. If you are a current student or parent and you have any concerns or a question, I encourage you to reach out directly. We will take any genuine concerns seriously and address it through the proper channels, not through vague accusations on social media. To everyone that has supported our academy and our team, thank you. We will continue focusing on what matters, providing world-class instruction in a non-safe environment. I'm sorry, I put some words in his mouth there. In a safe environment, respectful environment. He didn't say safe environment, he said respectful environment. And keeping our academy a place where all students can grow. Galval, I don't know if this was worded pretty well. You should have plead the fifth, put the Bible quote on there and get out of there. This was not it. He says, I'm going to tell you like my mom told me, why would people believe the truth when the lie is so much more entertaining? He's wasting his time, even if he's right. The statement's super suspicious. Yeah, I mean, for real. In the end, I have faith that the truth will prevail. I stand alongside my family, Sarah and Angelica, through all tribulations. You should have thought about your family before you did all this, to be honest. Now, if I had me a little Angelica Galval, you got, bro, I would be, you know what I would be doing over there. Squad Goon Jitsu ain't catching no cases because you know what you signed up for. Dorothy Slipper's crazy. How are they making financial cuts in the gym? The gym was thriving. You had people pulling up in Cybertrucks. Yeah. People got money over there in San Diego. Dorothy says, can we sign an email on stream asking if his white belt program comes with sound effects and await a response? And Dorothy gonna have Galval coming after me, bro. That was Galval's response. It was not left a lot to be. Okay. Okay, that's all you had to say. Of course, he did the Brazilian. I want to see what it said on Facebook. Let me see Facebook real fast. Oh, bro. Thank you guys for watching. We got at least one more hour. I'm tired. Mr. Marlin says, the fact that his wife and daughter aren't making video statements standing up for him says a lot. Well, well, I'm not going to throw Sarah under the bus, but they're saying that Angelica was not helping. He's going to order his online class. Let's see if I saved it. I don't know. I got so many things popping up. Hopefully nothing incriminating. Says San Diego gyms are offering free training. Oh. Is Geo offering free training? Wait a second. Is that which one is that? That's not Geo. What's the other brother I'm looking for? Do you think she should be losing business because of her dad? Well, unfortunately, that's her dad, and she represents Atos. She is a representative of Atos, so it sucks for her. She didn't do nothing, right? But she's a part of Atos. She has Atos raised her. She's Atos raised. So yeah, it's part of what's gonna happen. She's gonna lose a little bit of business, maybe some sponsors. She didn't do nothing, but she is the princess of Atos. Yeah, I mean it's gonna happen. I feel bad for her. Now she got money. I don't feel too bad. They got money. Now if they were a broke Brazilian family, okay, oh man, I feel a little sad. But they got money. Sarah, yep. But then again, J-Rod's still teaching seminar. Yeah, well, you got a point there. Well, Sarah didn't do nothing. But J-Rod been doing seminars this whole time. You got a point there. You got a point there, LL Snap. Why is Sarah being... Well, Atos is a way bigger gym than Simple Man. Yeah, but why is Sarah being... not convicted, but she's being punished for her father's actions? You got me there. You got me there, LL Snap. You got me there. You got me there. Now, if she's like, okay, I'm changing my name from Sarah Gaval to Sarah, whatever, Gomez, whatever her husband's name is, okay. You can understand the wife. She says, I hope you get really tired so some of us can pass your guard. Hey, Jer. Nah, I'm good, Jer. Jer Bear. What's up, Jer Bear? I'd be having some good rolls with Jer Bear. Skylar would have put out too many videos supporting me if I was potentially guilty. Yo, baby, defend your daddy. Yeah, Sarah, you better defend your daddy. Cadill's back. Hey, Carol. Carol, when are we supposed to wear our socks? She can get a job like the rest of us. You got it right. You guys are right. If Goonrod can make money, Sarah Gaval should be able to make money. That is true. There might be some other stuff going on to play there, but we don't want to delve too deeply into that. What is Gio Martinez's brother's name? Richie Martinez. I think, right? Oh, there you go. We're almost a year removed from Goonrod. Has it been a year? No, it hasn't. Goonrod was just October or something, right? No, I don't know. Hey, we don't forget over here.
What's up, everybody? Richie Boogeyman Martinez here, and I would like to invite you to 10th Planet San Diego. Whether you are a beginner or advanced, whether you want to be a competitor or just do this for fun, we have classes specifically for you. We have amazing programs that include all women's jiu-jitsu, all women's boxing, and we have a great youth program.
Yo, everybody trying to eat off Atos. I will say, when these gyms go out of business and the students go out, you can catch them some members easily. It was before CG. That's why he wouldn't compete. Oh, you're right. Well, we didn't know that though. It was before. We didn't know that. Did we know that? I don't remember now. Was it before CJI? I don't remember, bro. How many hours, L Snap? How many hours have I been streaming? I don't know. You know how many hours I've done since then? Didn't Sarah Gaval got married? She could use her husband's last. Yeah, her husband probably using her last name. It's just her husband a purple belt or something, or brown belt. It's just like a Brazilian to take advantage of a tragedy. He's not Brazilian though. He's, I don't know what he is, Hispanic. We did? Oh, okay. I don't remember. Craig made a post saying he kicked him out of the gym. Was that before CGI? Okay. I don't remember. L Snap, you know I don't remember, bro. Look like Richie trying to get that come up with the people leaving Atos. Yeah, but he just making a sales pitch though.
We have amazing programs that include all women's jiu-jitsu, all women's boxing, and we have a great youth program that includes striking and grappling. Make sure you guys come and check us out here at 10 Planet San Diego. We have a great family vibes and great competitive team as well. So I hope we see you on the mat soon.
He ain't say nothing about free training or nothing. The Ninja News Network. Welcome to the Ninja News Network. If I get looked in the gi and no gi, don't seem like the next move. 10 Planet home of the white. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. You can't train nowhere. The Ninja News Network do too much research over here. We do too much research. We know we got dirt on everybody. I did want to see Andre Galvao. Let's just go to Reddit. Oh, we do have one video. Hopefully we can play it without getting in trouble.
It's trash. The martial arts community is trash. We bow to each other on the mats. We talk about respect, honor, integrity. We say martial arts is about more than fighting. It changes our lives. It teaches us how to live. But then we put the people who destroy all of that on a pedestal. And we watch it happen in real time while the leaders in the community say absolutely nothing. Let's be for real though. The martial arts community is trash. Not all of it, but enough of it that we need to talk about it. Conor McGregor, John Jones, Lloyd Irvin, Cyborg, De La Riva, and now Andre Galvao. These men have made real contributions to the martial arts world, no doubt. Things that get ignored, buried, because of their legend status, their skill on the mats or in the cage. And here's what I think does not get discussed enough. Holding these men up on a pedestal while not mentioning what they've done is actually more harmful than we think. Not just to them, but to us. To what we say we believe martial arts is supposed to be. And I know some of y'all are already typing in the comments, bro, what they do outside the cage ain't got nothing to do with their skill. Don't mix the art with the person. You're overthinking this. Nah, I'm not overthinking it. Y'all are underthinking it, because you can't say martial arts teaches discipline and honor and respect and then turn around and celebrate people who have shown you time and time again that they do not live by any of that. You can't have it both ways. Pick a side. Because when you put somebody on a pedestal, you're not just celebrating their skill. You're telling everybody watching that this is what our community values. And right now, we're telling them we value greatness over character, highlights over integrity. And don't get it twisted. People see that shit. Now, if you really want to see this up close, if you want to watch a community protect its legends in real time, look no further than the jiu-jitsu world. Jiu-jitsu has this reputation.
That's us.
It's had it for a long time. It's supposed to be the gentle art, the humble art, the great equalizer.
No, it isn't.
A small person can tap a bigger person. A white belt could catch a black belt. That's the whole pitch, right? That's what drew everybody in. That's what drew me in. But the moment you step off the mats and into the community surrounding it, that's where shit gets ugly. The belt system in jiu-jitsu is one of the most politically charged things in all of martial arts. who promoted you, who your coach trained under, what gym you came from. All that lineage stuff becomes your whole identity, right? And then someone
Maybe we can do that in
in
Maryland.
that lineage does something wrong, and the community does not hold them accountable. They protect the tree. I've seen it firsthand. I've trained at 2 gyms like that. People who claim to roll with humility on the mats, who talk about ego death and surrendering to the process, turn around and defend figures in the community who have no business being defended, because that figure is connected to their gym, their coach, their reputation, their association. The art teaches you to let go, but the community holds on tight, especially when it's inconvenient for them to let go. And here's where it stops becoming just a philosophical problem. Because one of the biggest reasons women are coming into martial arts right now, especially jiu-jitsu, is to learn how to defend themselves. Because women who have been vulnerable their whole lives, who have been told the world is not safe for them, and they get to walk into a gym believing that this place is where they will finally get somebody to teach them how to protect themselves, and they still have to worry about being taken advantage of. And then there are children, kids who are even more vulnerable. Parents bring their kids to these gyms trusting that the people in the room are going to look out for them. That's the contract. That's what you're walking into when you step on the mat, or at least that's what we're supposed to do, right? So when the community, the same community that's supposed to be built on honor and respect, decides to protect its legends over the people who are most vulnerable, the students, that's not just a contradiction. That's a betrayal of the women who came there to feel safe, of the kids who came there to grow, and of everything this art was supposed to stand for. I was 9 years old when my mom sat me down and gave me a choice. Pick a martial art. And of course, as a young black boy growing up in DC, I wanted to box. Sugar Ray Leonard, Muhammad Ali, Roy Jones Jr., these guys were my heroes. My mother shut that down immediately.
Yo, over there in your part of town, Mush.
No discipline or respect in boxing, and to a certain extent, she's
Maybe we
right,
should invite him
but
to the
I was told to pick something
live stream.
else. So I picked up Muay Thai, and that took me to my first school. I trained under a guy named Master Dong, a Vietnam veteran, over 70 years old, and from day one, it was clear that this man was not just teaching us how to fight. He was teaching us how to live. And that's the thing. That right there, that's what martial arts is supposed to be about. Not a spectacle, not a platform for fame, not something you do to get attention or build a following. The mat is supposed to be sacred. The values are supposed to come first. Discipline, honor, integrity, resilience, accountability. That's the curriculum. That's what a young person is supposed to walk away with when they step off the mat. Because when you strip all that back, when you take away the highlight reels, the belts, the social media followers, what's left? What are you actually passing down to the next generation? Because my first coach didn't need any of that. He had no platform, he had no following, he had no fame, but he built something real. Something that actually changed people for the better. That's the true path of a martial artist. Not doing things for attention, not selling yourself out for money or fame, honoring the art. Honoring what it's
Dorothy,
supposed to
stop,
stand
Dorothy.
for.
Please stop, Dorothy
And
Slippers.
passing those values down.
Dorothy's
not because
crazy.
it gets you likes or views, but because that's what
Andre,
the
no,
mat
he messed
demands
up
of you.
moaning on the
So
mat.
when I look at what this community
I
has
expect that from
become,
Josiah.
when I see fighters who turn martial arts into
I expect that from
entertainment
Josiah, not from
and
Andre
call it
Galvao.
legacy, I don't see greatness. I see people who left the path. I see people who took a whole generation with them. Here's the thing, though. This isn't a martial arts problem. Every community does this. Every identity group has figures they refuse to hold accountable because these figures represent something bigger than the person. The legend becomes more important than the man himself. Think about it. When a community builds an identity around certain values, discipline, honor, toughness, it needs a representative. It needs a hero. It needs figures that prove the legend is real. And once you've invested in that legend, once it becomes a part of how you see yourself, it's almost impossible to look at the people holding it up and say, that person doesn't belong here. Because if you tear down the hero, you're not just questioning that person, you're questioning the whole story. And nobody wants that. But that's exactly the problem. The moment a community starts protecting its reputation, over its principles. It stops being what it said it was. The values become decorative, something you say on the mat, something you put on the wall of a gym, but not something you actually live by or hold other people to. And in martial arts, where the whole foundation is supposed to be built on accountability and respect, that contradiction hits different. Because of how popular MMA has become, you got more and more kids getting involved in martial arts every day. Boxing, wrestling, jiu-jitsu, kickboxing, Muay Thai, judo, everything, right?
Hey, he said judo. He said judo.
Right now, there are little boys and girls walking into a martial arts gym for the first time with their parents. But I want you to think about something. What environment do you want them to grow up in? What do you want them to learn? Not just about fighting, but who to be as a man or a woman. Because right now, the community is teaching them something, whether we intend it or not. The people we celebrate, the people whose behavior we excuse, the legends we protect, that's the curriculum. That is what's being passed down if we don't change it. Master Dong taught me that martial arts is about more than what you can do with your hands or your feet. It's about the kind of person you become when you step off the mat and back into the real world. That's the real lesson. And it's one that we're failing to protect, if I'm being honest.
Thank you, Dorothy Slipper.
I'm not asking you. I'm telling you. Hold the community accountable. Not just the fighters, not just the competitors.
Dorothy Slipper is crazy.
The whole fucking thing. Because if you're not willing to do that, if you're willing to celebrate the legends and ignore the damage
you can
caused,
bypass that, but I understand what you're saying, Kyle.
And the mat is not sacred to you, no matter what you say.
All right, let's jump over to Reddit. This has been an Atos-filled episode. Jesus Christ. Now, hopefully one day these people stop getting in trouble. We did talk about Michael Liera. He said he's no longer affiliated with Atos. That dude, Dusty. Mush said he can't come to the Maryland live stream. All right. He not invited. I do need Mush to send me who's over in Maryland that or DC that would, kind of like influencers kind of space. We did read this. I just want to see if there's any comments from anybody. Says Bruno Frazzato, Lucas Pinheiro, Michael Liera have all ended their affiliation with Galval. Just one big domino left that I can think of. Barbosa. I don't think Barbosa's going to do anything. Barbosa, let me stop. I plead the fifth. Let me plead the fifth. Where Balea at? It says, I'm only talking about gyms. If Hulk runs a gym, I'm not familiar with. Yeah, he does. Hulk has a gym in Oregon. Nasir, he's out of Atos too? Me and Nasir 1-1. Nassar, I say his name differently. He was ride or die Atos too. He done. I didn't see him post anything.
Even if the round is tough.
Nasir, did you post something? I didn't see it. Balea has his phone on airplane mode. Too much fifth today. Balea, where you at? Balea got information that we not privy to. Says, if I'm the FBI, I'm at Barbosa's house right now with a warrant for Dorothy. Stop, Dorothy. These guys are making Daisy Fresh look okay. I'm trying to see if anybody else. JT. Oh, forgot about JT on there. Yep, JT just left. I'm trying to see. Josh Hinger. What about Hinger? I don't know about Hinger. Rotulo Bros. Waiting on Rotulo Bros. Kynan, Hulk, JT, Dom, or Rolando Ronaldo. What about Kynan? Is he still? I think we were supposed to look at Kynan last time. Some of these guys ain't smart though. Come on, man. How do you spell Kynan? I can't spell. L Snap be making fun of my spelling, but Kynan, K-A. Some of these guys. Some of these guys, you got Atos in the bio? No, he don't. He on vacation. He ain't worried about it. Lucas Lira runs Atos Miami. Does Lucas Lira? No, you don't run Atos Miami. I never saw him there. Levi's a wild man. Yeah, I saw Levi saying something about Trump, but we're going to focus on what we got today. Let's see if Atos Miami. I've been up there a couple times. There's a different guy that's in Atos Miami, though. They don't post on social media. Atos Miami don't post on social media. Rotullo's says, I imagine Rotullo's, Kynan, and Ronaldo won't say much, and you'll see them pop up at another gym like Andy. Dom hasn't been in Atos for a while. The guys with affiliates or teach at HQ will need to say something. I need some tissue, bro. If you guys see a booger in my nose, I'm sorry. I need some tissue over here. We did read this statement from Alexa Hurst. We'll see any comments that we missed. It says RBJJ stands with Alexa. Is this the first time RBJJ's been on the right side of history? We will be deleting and banning anyone who feels entitled to demand details from her, who makes crass jokes, or who questions her character. Look at RBJJ having a backbone for the first time in his history. Moaning in the ear is diabolical. Now, is that you, Dorothy Slippers? Let me zoom in. That's Dorothy Slippers right there. Dorothy Slippers, that's you. Said, who does that and then licks her? Absolute sickness. This family has demons. Dorothy pleading the fifth. Gordon, when he has Galval's back for sure. Don't bite the hand that feeds you. That's a very Brazilian saying. Sorry. Gordon can't say much. Another child predator. I mean, I joke with my friends like I have. Let me not say that. What's even scarier is he and Angelica are the ones with access to all the cameras, though. We lost all the footage at the gym and can very much swipe what they need to while keeping more favorable footage that makes him look innocent. We shouldn't be surprised that Angelica and Sarah are trying to run interference and gaslight victims. Mind you, Angelica has known what a POS she married, and time again, she sticks beside him. What else did he do? Weak woman, if you ask me. Weak woman, if you ask me. Sarah doesn't know any better than to stick by her daddy. But trying to change victims' narratives is wild behavior. This girl is going to grow up to be as weak-minded as her mother. Reddit might be the only place with worse people than jiu-jitsu. I'm going to throw YouTube on there too. YouTube. Have you seen these YouTube comments? The fact that YouTube let Josiah post tells you everything you need to know. She has a lot to lose from a business standpoint. Well, they're losing business by... They're losing business regardless. Atos is done as a brand when this gets out. Looks like Atos Winter Garden also standing with Alexa Hurst. We saw that. Looks like Bruno Frazzato also cut ties. Him and Galval were very close. Says, my only issue with statements like this is that sexual assault is notoriously hard for victims to prove in many cases. So when people want proof, they want DNA, they want video, they want all this stuff, but that stuff can be tampered with. That if that stuff's not collected or if it's mishandled, the proof is gone out the window. Andre's defense is he had a hair in his mouth and was clearing his throat. Dorothy Slipper is crazy. Dorothy Slipper is crazy. He said they were making financial changes before this. Yeah. I don't know what those financial changes mean, but, Predators hide behind religion and authority. It says, don't let his wife off the hook because she's a woman. She knew and covered for him while he assaulted little girls. Uh-oh. What a monster. His wife too. Oh, man. I don't hate the Gavals. I'm not supporting this behavior, but I don't hate the Gavals. You guys love the Gavals last week. You guys love the Gavals a week or two ago. Danny Choppa, don't crash out. He says, man, I don't feel so bad about myself anymore. I might have been a crash out, but never been moaning in an ear of any training partner. Now, I might have screamed in somebody's ear, tap, but I don't think I moaned before. Angelica, pause on me, no Diddy. Angelica Gaval isn't going to find another rich Brazilian, so she will stick with him. Well, Gordon might be single now. He like her type. Bodybuilding female Brazilian girl. He liked that type. I thought Andre was a good dude, but turns out he's a pervert and a predator. Like Levi and Adele say, this needs to stop. Levi crazy too, though. Money and fame. It's not just an Atos thing. It's a cultural thing. We were reading this. The same thing happened at Gracie Baja the other day. It be happening. It happened in Texas. It don't matter where. It gonna happen somewhere. Now I have to worry about my son on the mats. I can't even watch from the side of the mat. I'm gonna have to use a telescope to monitor his roles with adults. Yeah. There's a huge social pressure to protect the head of the house at all costs. Her staying silent or in on it is sadly the expected behavior in that environment. Alexa is 16. Okay. Case closed. Think about that. Absolutely disgusting. Oh, she's 18. Okay. She is 18. He groomed her all that way. All the way. She started at Atos as a child. I didn't realize the minor detail. Holy. To be honest, even if he was doing this as a 40-year-old woman, it would be considered SA. Yes, true. She's 18. And grooming. Justice for Alexa. Somebody's going to say women's classes, I don't know, you got to play that by ear. Just be grateful to train at a gym that doesn't tolerate this weird behavior. We're not even allowed to date in the gym, and I fully support it. Dorothy, I can't read what Dorothy be saying. Dorothy be having me saying the wrong thing on here. Let me read it to myself. His name is tarnished for life. Jorge, uh-oh. Hey, coach, quick. Yo, Dorothy crazy. Dorothy crazy. You probably shouldn't take your kids to a place where the instructors are openly taking legal performance enhancing. Oh. Now, I'm going to plead the fifth, but sometimes you don't know. People don't know. They don't know. Oh, he just works hard and trains hard and he sleeps and lifts weights. Yeah. People delusional. They think they can look like Ronnie Coleman. So people don't know nothing, really. Now, if you've been around there, okay, wait a second. Why are there syringes all over the place? Hey, what? I don't know what else to say. I plead the fifth. It says, let's break this down. Background checks are the bare minimum, but they miss anyone who hasn't been caught yet. Separate classes help, but not if the predator is the one coaching them. Safe words assume a victim can think clearly in a moment of panic. Most people freeze, especially when it's an authority figure doing it. The best thing you listed is the reporting system. You need a way for people to report yellow flags, inappropriate comments, excessive texting, and grooming behavior anonymously without fear of retaliation. So I think ideally your federation, your International Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu Federation, would have something like this. He built like the Rock, Natty Life. I mean, he does look like a bodybuilder. I mean, there's no difference between a bodybuilder and Andre Galvão. Disgusting behavior. She started there when she was 8. Okay, that's terrible. She just blew up her entire life to speak the truth. Let's see what the authorities do. IBJJF must have an anonymous channel to report inappropriate behavior. Well, if they did that, there would be no IBJJF. IBJJF will be gone. Everybody would have a case on them. All these people, all your coaches would have cases. It sucks because BJJ needs more women training. That's good for the sport and good for training as well. But when they are treated like this, it only serves to keep them away. Sucks that this happened to them or really anyone, young person, and double disappointed that it happened to be a young lady. I mean, stuff like this keeps happening, and it doesn't seem like it's gotten better. I don't know if it's gotten worse, though. Has it gotten better or worse? What do you guys think? Gaval also released a statement, which we read earlier. Where'd my post go? Give me 1 second. Lost where I was. Jesus Christ, I spent all day talking about this. My favorite thing, I talk about this, and then people will be like, oh, did you hear about so-and-so? I'll be like, bro, I just did a whole video on this. IBJJF doesn't even have paramedics at tournaments. Yep, we talked about the dude that died at the tournament. Why would they have an abuse hotline? That costs money. We did read Gaval's statement. Let's see what the Reddit people say. Alexa Hirsch just came forward and said that she has filed charges. Don't bite the hand that feeds you. That I heard that problem. What happened? Oh, you're saying about the tournament? They have some medical staff, but God forbid you have some type of issue. They had someone die last year in Chicago. He had a heart attack right off the mat, but I guess the medical staff couldn't get to him, or it was like so packed in there. So don't expect the IBJF to save you. Don't expect them to save you one bit. It says crazy when you consider she and the other victims probably pay membership fees. The membership fees over there are about $300, $350 over there a month. A very long text to provide zero info. Sounds like his lawyer wrote it, honestly. His lawyer can't write then. No AED or defibrillator at the tournament from my understanding. Some of that's location based. But they should have their own equipment, right? An attorney would have told him to stay completely silent. See, he should have just posted the Bible quote like I said. Stay completely silent. Instead, he gave himself away in the 3rd and 4th paragraphs. When he complains about her lack of gratitude in paragraph 4, he is basically screaming, "Don't bite the hand that feeds you." No lawyer on earth would draft that. That's pure ego. He made a video about how dangerous. Who made a video about that? Someone made a video about how dangerous worshiping leadership is and how this creates an environment where there is no space for discussion. He states that the idea of having someone as an absolute hero, king, is bad. I don't know who wrote that. That sounds like Keenan. Someone says, where there's smoke, there's fire. You don't accidentally fall into allegations of this magnitude. A leader with actual integrity avoids even the hint of this stuff. Using faith as a marketing tool while living otherwise is the definition of hypocrisy. Scripture actually commands leaders to abstain from all appearances of evil. If you are living, the Lossingans. I never heard that. What book was that? If you're living right, you don't have these shadows hanging over you. Where's my Bible at? We need some Bible study over here. There wouldn't be an exodus like this if this was all complete BS. I mean, you have tons of longtime Atos powerhouses leaving. Someone says, I know Andy left. Who else? Bruno Frazzato, Lucas Pinero. We read all those names. Oh, Ronaldo Jr.'s gym left too? That's Atos Temecula? Oh, wow. That's where Ronaldo is? Let me go back over here. You know, I don't know California like that. You guys think I know California like the back of my hand or something, man. The only times I go to California is to compete. What is Atos Temecula? They changed their name too? Yeah, they changed the name. What happened to Atos Temecula? How many of these situations have happened back when social media wasn't big? No telling, bro. No telling. I don't know where Temecula is. Baymount is the one we looked at. What about Vegas? Vegas, you guys put a statement out? Atos Vegas didn't say nothing. Uh-oh. I guess they did. Never mind. Sorry, Atos Vegas. Dorothy says, has one person come forward to defend Galval? No, just himself. Wouldn't one person defend him? Sarah, you need to make a post, Sarah. Even OJ had his supporters. Says, we are aware of the recent allegations. You guys can't even see. We got old heads over here. We can't see. We are aware of the recent allegations involving leadership with the broader organization of our academy that our academy is affiliated with. While these matters are being addressed at the organizational level, we want to be clear that our academy is locally owned and operated with independent management and standards. The safety, well-being, and trust of our students and families has always been and remains our highest priority. We maintain strict policies and procedures to ensure a safe training environment for all members. We take situations like this seriously and are monitoring developments closely. As more verified information becomes available, we will determine appropriate next steps based on our values and responsibilities to our community. We appreciate the trust placed in us and remain committed to providing a safe, respectful, and professional environment for everyone who trains with us. All right. They spoke out. What happened to Baymount? Temecula? Let me look at Ronaldo Jr. That's his gym. You don't have his gym on his bio? Ronaldo. You don't got his gym on his bio? Come on, bro. I can't find it then. I don't know where it is. All right. Can't find it. It's somewhere. Says Louisa, John Mendez, and Gabby Malcolm. The name. Oh, what? Whose name are those? Says, bro, we are watching Empire crumble before our eyes. Hafia Geddes, they said she was running from ICE, though. Such a brave corporate statement. Yeah, written by ChatGPT. Bruno left, yeah. Says, not surprised at all. Bruno is a solid person. He dropped the Atos affiliation, and I believe Lucas Pinero has as well. Rafael Severa, too. Logos just posted they're no longer affiliated. Alrighty. Some of the stuff's from older. Oh, I didn't check out BJ Drama. I don't think Galval should have posted that, man. Hey, he should have let that in the draft. That's what Mush said. Leave it in the draft. Someone says Andre Galvao wasn't even that great at jiu-jitsu. That's not. He was good from a technical standpoint. He was better. He was better before he did MMA. He was just a juiced up gearhead at the end of the day that had good tactical planning to stall advantageously. That's strategy. That's how you win against people he couldn't straight up overpower. Nobody can do that. It was refreshing to see how bad he got exposed when he met an equally juiced up opponent who was actually a master technician. Says now they are both competing for who's the worst human being. Who do you think is worse, Gordon or Andre? Yeah, Galvao's good. He got. I think after he fought MMA, you gotta remember Galvao's in his 40s too. So you're looking at a guy that's been training. He says, I hope everyone keeps this same energy if he's proven innocent. Well, yeah, Mr. Marlin, this is the Ninja News Network. We will, if he's proven innocent, we'll post it on here. But Jackson Souza was proven innocent too, apparently. But I don't trust that UK organization that did that. I think Jackson Souza guilty though. Does anybody believe Jackson Souza was innocent? I don't believe that. It needs to be held accountable legally. He quit the gi after Marcelo pieced him up at middleweight. To be fair, Marcelo pieced everybody up at middleweight back in the day. The only person that could piece up Marcelo back then, he had a couple randoms, but it was mostly Teddy. Remember, be careful. These are allegations, not facts. Well, I'm reading. Thank you for. I never claimed he was guilty. Thank you though. That 2006 Brasileiro match against Marcelo Garcia showed that even at the highest level, there's another level. Well, Galvao had just gotten his black belt, so there was a big level change. Gordon's still putting on seminars. Well, I blame you guys. Yes, I do. He was found innocent in a court of law. Well, it wasn't a court of law. It was a local panel. Perfecto. Here's what I'm going to say to you, Perfecto. Actually, I won't say nothing. Well, the girl she just filed a report. I'm on one, dude. What are you talking about? Well, she just filed a report, and again, proving this stuff. Everything's set against her because what? They're gonna look at the footage that Andre Galvao and Angelica have access to. Oh well, we lost the footage. They got more power and money than her, so I don't know where her family background is. Let's wait and see. How about you shut the fuck up? How about you shut the fuck up, Perfecto? The update. The CP, I don't know where we left off CP with you. They're going to cut the sound on that footage of Andre in closed guard top. Oh, no. My man, Perfecto over here defending Galvao, and the girl said Galvao was moaning in her ear. Defend that, Perfecto. How you going to defend that? I know you train Atos. You see what I get trolled by? CP, I'm not sure where you left off. CP back. CP, it's late at night for CP. Well, we read Andre Galvao's statement. That didn't sound too good. And then we read the girl's statement, Alexa. We read her statement. That was very, very, very detailed. That's where Dorothy Slipper's making his jokes from. I got this dude Perfecto coming out of nowhere, defending Galvao. Perfecto sounded like he was defending J-Rod and all these other guys. He probably defends Isaac Michel too. Perfecto, come back. Come and defend yourself. So you guys can take shots at me. I take a shot at you. You disappear. Now come back here. Come back here. This is the Ninja News Network. We don't take no shit from these people. I'm about to break my computer. The Ninja News Network. Dun 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 dun. Come back over here, Perfecto. This ain't. We got a little bit more seasoning over here on the Ninja News Network. MG was a monster. Wait, I missed. Mr. Marlin said, my stance is super clear. I place 99% of the blame on the parents. There is zero chance this would have happened to either of my kids, and they spent double digit years at a few different academies. That's true. Well, you a very involved parent, Mr. Marlin. And I believe the girl, it looked like she, helped teach classes and stuff. And I believe she was like 18, but she started when she was younger, of course. So, say like, okay, the case is dismissed. Perfecto going to be here being like, see, I told you so. Knowing full well Galvao known that girl since she was 8 years old and doing all this stuff. Because this stuff is hard to prove. How are you going to prove he was moaning in her ear? I can't prove that. And the footage is going to be gone. The footage is missing. Now, all the melanated people know the footage, the body cam footage, I forgot to turn my camera on. The camera wasn't working that day. I moaned in her ear. Where are you at, Perfecto? Come back over here. MG was a monster. Yeah, he was. And beat big guys in open weight. But he couldn't get Estima. Estima was just too big. Marcelo didn't do too well against lanky people. Leandro Vieta is accused of SAS. Who is that? That's a very Brazilian name. Who is that, Jorge? Always weird MFers defending weird behavior. Didn't Atos guys attack someone at a tournament because they thought he was making fun of Galvao? I don't know about that. Well, there's been a couple instances with Galvao. There was the one time, I believe it was Michael Liera. During one of Michael Liera's matches when he was a lower belt, he jumped over the barrier. And then there was the BJ Steroids incident where the Atos guys were basically scanning the crowd and taking people's phones. Remember that? CP, I still don't believe that Jackson Sosa is innocent, though. I need you. Can you do some more research on that UK organization? 'Cause I don't believe that. I believe Samantha Cook over that. People like Perfecto, yeah. Keeping an eye on. You keep an eye on him? Yeah, keep your eye on him. The Ninja News Network. The Ninja News Network, we don't take those. Get out of here. You in the comments? CP, yeah. This one troll account was straight up dunking on Atos at the time. They were trying to confiscate people's phones. I'd have to look. Yeah, BJ Steroids, 2018, 19, something like that. In Andre's sick mind, he had been holding in those moments. Dorothy, stop. See, we're Perfecto. We don't scare Perfecto. Sorry, my bad. The ninja came out of me. The Ninja News Network. Special correspondent CP. He's on the scene. CP. We just hired CP. He's our European correspondent over there. It sounds like she went to the Galvaos. Who are you saying that? Wait. What? It sounds like she went to them before her parents. Perfecto, come defend this. Perfecto, come back over here and defend this. People in this sport, bro, they be attacking. Again, I think it goes back to the hero worship. We don't have accountability because there's a hierarchy, right? So they be ready to attack the victim that's a blue belt, whatever belt she is. They ready to attack her and ready to defend Galvao. And they ain't never met Galvao. It was the steroids account. Yeah, the BJJ steroids. I was there. That's how I knew that. It's from Checkmat. CP, I still don't believe it. CP sent me some. That man probably paid the fine and they got him off of there. But CP, Jackson Sosa got a history over there in Europe. Why you think he been traveling all through Europe? Huh, CP? Why you think that man was in Sweden before me? And they got him out of there too. I never figured out why they got him out of there. They got him out of there. Why they be moving him around? Every time he get in trouble. This ain't one incident. I once saw a jiu-jitsu coach, one of his students, MF, what's that? Because he thought Helios was dead. BJ people were crazy. What are you talking about? Sadly, most people don't learn this stuff until after they are a black belt. CP says if the BJJ community can't figure out issues with doping, how are they dealing with more serious? That's true. You got us there, CP. That's why we're doing judo now. I'm not taking sides. I just sent you the reports. That one little article. Again, I always say go read the accounts. Like Alexa's account was very detailed. Samantha Cook's, did you ever read her account, CP? That was pretty serious. One of our informants is saying that there is no charges filed as of yet. All right, keep us posted, please. I won't name any names. Got too many informants out here. Someone says, I will say as a former affiliate and black belt from Andre, this was disappointing. I had reached out a couple days ago to people privately to find out what was going on, and none of it sounded good. We wanted to give them the weekend to maybe contact affiliates, put out a statement, anything. Seeing Andre, Angelica, and Sarah active on Instagram while this was going on Saturday was too aggravating, to say the least. This could have been put out days ago. Doesn't address the things I've been told over the weekend at all. So we got report that nothing's been filed as of yet. No charges have been filed so far, but everything's happening real time. This is the benefit of streaming. Things happen real time. Now we do have to be careful. Where's Perfecto? We do have to be careful of not convicting people too early. But in this case, usually these people don't get convicted, right? Look at Jackson Souza. He out there having fun. Usually these people, they probably did what they were alleged to have done, but then they get off and then they're back doing seminars, back with the private lesson, back with the associations. And you guys know full well these fools acting up, and they making good money. Look at Goonrod. He doing better than he ever did. So that lets you know about this sport. Judo has the Taibatsu practice, which is going to get us in trouble as judoka in the modern. What is Taibatsu? See, I'm a judo white belt. It's a sad situation, man. It keeps happening, and the thing is, it makes me have to sit here for 3 hours and talk about it. I wanted to watch Daisy Fresh marathon. Homeboy got his black belt. What's his name? Tom Hardy? Okay. Or brown belt, sorry. Not black belt, brown belt.
You're new, so welcome to this strange world. It can be a little overwhelming.
What the heck is going on?
So cry.
They always got some music on this crap, bro. I swear to God. Adele did speak out. We did hear her. I'll play that one more time for anybody that missed it. Miss Adele. Shout out to Miss Adele. She represents Atos. She has represented Atos, and for her to speak out was pretty important, I think. If I can find that again for you guys. Where are you, Adele? Was that it? Oh, she probably got it on her page, no?
There is a crisis in jiu-jitsu at the moment. There's a big, big problem, and it's coming from the hierarchical structure of our sport, okay? There's people in positions of dominance over people that are vulnerable, and these people in positions of dominance, their job is to protect, is to look after and teach people how to protect themselves, but these are the very people that are taking advantage of the most vulnerable in our sport, and it needs to stop. And the only way that we can make this stop, guys, is if we all hold these people accountable for what they're doing. Yeah? No more blissful ignorance. There is no such thing as an innocent bystander anymore, guys. Okay? We are in control of this. We need to speak out. We need to speak up, and we need to protect the most vulnerable in this sport. And I promise I will do everything in my power to make sure that by the time the next generation gets here, they will not have to deal with this anymore because they don't deserve it. I love jiu-jitsu. I love this sport. I've been doing this my entire life. But we need to fix it. And we need to fix it today, guys. Thank you. There is a crisis in jiu-jitsu.
CP brought up a good point. Like, we can't even fix the steroids in this sport. How are we going to fix everything else? We can't even fix these other problems. How are we going to fix everything else? And as LL Snap says, we not a real sport. And I can't argue that. I can't argue for us. That's why we doing judo now. There's JT Torres. Get out of here. Well, he already put that, but he actually put his name on there this time. She cross-trained at Atos. Yeah, she did most of her camps. Well, she's from Australia, but she did a lot of her camps at Atos. So it's just a hobby, yeah, a dangerous hobby, if that. JT says, in light of recent allegations, my academy and I are officially ending our association with Atos. Nobody else put that on their they didn't put that on their main channel. Atos has been a part of many big moments in my career, but also my personal life. We feel completely shocked and blindsided, as do many others that share my same story. I will be forever grateful for my time, teammates, and memories and experiences there. As a coach and leader, providing and maintaining a safe environment is not optional. That same responsibility extends to every person who steps onto the mats. Our academy will always prioritize safety, respect, accountability, and integrity, and we will continue moving forward with clarity, purpose, and responsibility. Going forward, Essential Jiu-Jitsu and its affiliates will operate as an independent association. I don't believe the shocked and blindsided part. CP says, is it different than what's happening with Epstein files and the people listed in those? No, I think it's more of a smaller version, right? And you can see how the scale is different, right? So the Epstein is global, and this is global too. Never mind, it's very similar, very, very similar. And I bet there's people defending Epstein out there somewhere. They out here defending people be defending the wrong people. Ain't that weird? Especially in this sport, they be defending the wrong people. I don't know what to say. All I know is I'm tired. I'm tired of these stories. How can we get a good story? CP, go do something good so I can report about it. It's all good when it made money, but not now when it makes sense. Epstein, the financier from New York. I'm not sorry, but at this point, the Athletic Association needs to step in to take over jiu-jitsu. Mush need to step in and take over jiu-jitsu. That's what I'm saying. Oh, we got Maggie too. Oh, man, bro, we can't relax. IBJF. Oh man. Oh, wait a second. Come back, everybody. We got Maggie and IBJJF. Who else got to speak out? BJJ Korea speaking out too. Yeah. All right. Who do you guys want to listen from first? I already know Goon Squad. Where Goon Squad at? CP says, I'm presenting my research again at a conference this weekend. Okay, thank you, CP. See, somebody doing some positive work over here. MTK says, if they really couldn't believe it, would they be so quick to drop this affiliation? You got a good point there, MTK. They're like, well, he finally got caught. I mean, sometimes, I've been in some situations where I don't know if this behavior was good. Especially back in the day, we didn't have social media. And listen, you guys ain't gonna listen to the Ninja News Network half the time, no way. I could be saying don't trust those people over there. People don't listen to me. Dorothy says, good point, MTK. I can't believe it. I'm blindsided. I dropped my affiliation day of. Well, they waited. I guess, well, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. Yeah, I don't know what to say. Let's look what Maggie had to say. And then we'll go to IBJJF later. Now, you know it's serious when IBJJF posts something. They never post nothing like this. Wait until they find out about all the Danaher cookers. Is that okay? What is that in Lady Bird Lake? Oh, wasn't Danaher? You got and where's people over here defending Danaher? Thank you for. I thank God you didn't put what you really wanted to write on there. Danaher, don't let Danaher get in trouble. Is she Atos or just posting something about it? Let's read. CP, calm down. CP ready to go to bed. That's why. Hunter Biden 69 is a strong username. Let's see what Maggie. CP, people, calm down, CP. I know you're ready to get in bed. Calm down. People be rushing me. 3-hour live stream and people rush me to get to the good part. So one picture for the Goon Squad. All right, Maggie.
Let's try to relieve this back pain before.
How you doing, Maggie? Yeah, where's Goon Squad at? Let's not rush what Maggie has to see. Yeah. CP, don't rush us. CP, we can take your time, CP. Where's the Goon Squad at? That is a strong girl. Hey, okay, let me get out of there. Hey, Maggie, how you doing? Okay, CP said CP said get to it. Man, I can't even take my time on my own live stream. People, get to work, Alec. This is a free live stream. Why are you guys be what's the word I'm looking for? Be rushing me on the free live stream. Let me take my time, CP. CP said, get to work. CP said, I got a bedtime. CP, he do need to get to sleep, though. Austin BJJ needs to be put on a quarantine bubble. Yeah, you guys got a lot of stuff floating around in Austin. Let's not rush. Yeah, I don't know what she's saying, but I'm co-signing. Dorothy Slipper's part of Goon Squad. Danny Chopper came as soon as I said Goon Squad. Danny Chopper came up. Danny Chopper is a part of Goon Squad. We all know Cyborg tore that up. Listen, hey, he did what he needed to do. Hey, if I had me a little Maggie, I would be bro. If I had myself an Angelica Galval or a Maggie, I'd be busy right now. I wouldn't be live streaming right now. I wouldn't be live streaming if I had those girls. Hey guys, I gotta go. I gotta take care of some stuff. See ya. Why are you assuming I'm rushing? I'm chilling. Okay. CP, you need to keep your eyes open because you might get in trouble on the bus somehow. Mr. Marlin says, I would love to hear those who actually train at the academy make some comments here. Well, Mr. Marlin, they got alert. They can't be messaging on here. Galval might get them. I'm gonna have to put them on the voice changer. Put a little I don't know, little curtain on, little blur on their face, and put the voice changer on them. Yeah. Marlon said, I want the real show, Alec. We gotta get our budget up, Mr. Marlon. We on the struggle budget right now. Don't worry, we're getting our merchandise set up. LO Snap, get back to the sweatshop, LO Snap. I got LO Snap over there designing t-shirts. Get back to work, LO Snap. He says, I'm not just a Goon Squad president, I'm a client. You more interested? No, Danny Chopper. No, Danny Chopper lying. Danny Chopper, get out of here. Hunter Biden, I don't know about your choice of I don't know if I can trust that choice right there. Maggie, she says, this time I'm speaking power, silence, and accountability. Oh, who's she going after? I hope it wasn't. And hope it's not me. I didn't do nothing to her. Now let the Ninja News, somebody on the Ninja News get in trouble. Me or Mush or LL Snap. That's it. We done. They had convict us, lock away the key, throw away the key, We're going to lose in the court of social media quick. She says, there was a time in my career when people asked why I stayed quiet. Oh, what did she stay quiet about? Uh-oh, Cyborg. Are you going to, Cyborg, is she coming after you? Okay, yeah, we're gonna read this first, and then we're gonna look at IBJJF. We'll get to it. So she says, there was a time in my career when people asked why I stayed silent. I've represented two of the biggest teams in the world. Which teams does she represent? Did she represent Atos and Vice Sports? Okay. I've represented two of the biggest teams in the world. During both chapters, serious allegations surfaced. Environments that never should have existed were exposed. Oh, I think she's talking about Vice Sports. I was not a victim of grooming or assault, but I was in close proximity to power. Oh, Cyborg. That's you, Cyborg. She got you, bro. She got two. Dorothy Slippers, Goon Squad. LL Snap, can we get a Goon Squad t-shirt for the Gooners? The Goon people? Danny Choppa definitely, he might need a free t-shirt. We'll give you a free Goon Squad t-shirt. And Dorothy Slippers over there. Dorothy Slippers. She says she was in close proximity to power. She was sleeping next to power. She was right. She was the power. Maggie, you were the power. L Snap, get back to work. I got L Snap working on 10 different designs. Come on, everybody. Danny Choppa. And power, when mixed with admiration, loyalty, hierarchy, and influence, is complicated. Manipulation doesn't always look like fear. Sometimes it looks like praise. Sometimes it looks like being put on a pedestal publicly, while privately being made to feel small. Sometimes it sounds like it wasn't directly me. And sometimes it's the subtle reminder that everything you've built can disappear if you push too hard. I did push. I asked questions. I was vocal behind closed doors. Goon Squad, yeah. And I learned quickly how uncomfortable accountability can make a room, especially when that room is built around protecting power. Is that Fight Sports? Who's she calling out? I don't regret standing firm in private. What I carry is not speaking publicly when it mattered most. Excuse me. I understand now why people stay quiet. It's not always weakness. It's often manipulation layered with power and fear of losing everything. So instead of asking, why didn't anyone say anything? Maybe we should ask, what kind of environment makes people afraid to? Again, in this sport, we always jump on the victims. You guys jump on the victims so quick. Let's listen to what Galval has to say. Wait and see what Galval. And Galval didn't say nothing. Maggie, Hunter Biden, calm down, Hunter Biden. Now Maggie was close to power. She was sleeping right next to power every night. I mean, these people are not living a life like me. I'm in a different life than these people. They got money and power. All I got is the Goon Squad over here. To keep me company, the Goon Squad over here. And that's not power. Control over gooners, that's not real power. Silence is usually a symptom. No belt, no title, no legacy, no affiliation should ever make someone untouchable. Did she say money too? No belt, no title, no legacy, no affiliation, and no amount of money. She didn't put money on there. I'm confused and don't really know Maggie. I think she was married to Cyborg, Mr. CP. You don't remember seeing her with Cyborg in all the pictures back in the day? CP married. He good job, CP. He didn't know. See, Yasmin, CP didn't know that. Says Alec can't even afford to sit next to the IKEA drawer no more. Hey, that IKEA drawer was good. I like Swedish design. Says JT came back to TLI. Let's go. Mr. Marley, you're going to have to duke it out with Mush over here. Mush not going to like that. Mush ain't gonna like that, Mr. Marlin. I'll let you guys duke that out. She says, leadership is not control. Admiration is not immunity. Loyalty should never require silence. If you stayed quiet because you felt small next to power, I understand you. If you are a victim, I stand with you. I cannot rewrite the past, but I can choose who I am now. God gave me another opportunity to use my voice. This time I will. From this point on, I will represent one team, Lyra Jiu-Jitsu. And we protect people over power. Okay. Why do you need to post that? Maggie, we don't need you in here. Why are you posting that? Now, we're not going to kick you away, though. Hey, whoa. Maggie? Goon Squad, activate. Did Lyra post anything? Does she feel regrets because she knew all the stuff at Fight Sports? Possibly. She said proximity to power. So, yeah, I think that was what she was talking about. She's literally rewriting the past. Okay, well. So, you know, she was at Fight Sport. I don't know all the story. I don't got all the info. She was at Fight Sports. We're saying drama here. Well, we're telling the truth. She was at Fight Sports. She was a Fight Sports black belt. I think she was married to Cyborg. I don't know what they were doing. Now she's with Lucas Lyra, who was also at Fight Sports. You know, they both left and did their own thing. Does she think all these tantalized? Okay, well, I don't know about that. Dorsey Slippers, you message her that privately. Hunter Biden over here starting stuff. Lucas Lyra Jiu-Jitsu says, we have made the decision to no longer represent Atos in competition. We are deeply disappointed by the ongoing issues that have come to light, and we stand firmly and unequivocally in support of victims of sexual abuse. Our jiu-jitsu community, God forbid, Andre Galval's found innocent. They're going to be like, well, we're going to go back to Atos now. Our jiu-jitsu community has no room for this type of behavior. It is long past time for those responsible for sexual misconduct and for enabling it to be held fully accountable for their actions. Our priority has always been and will continue to be providing a safe, respectful, and professional environment for everyone who steps onto our mats. In a city like Miami, where multiple cases of sexual misconduct have emerged within one of the largest teams in the region, I guess they know exactly. They had too many. The fact that Fight Sports is still up and running, that's crazy. Fight Sports, they done everything you can do. They got hit by USADA. What's that word when you have criminals? You know, they gave safe passage to criminals. Fight Sports. Now, Cyborg and Wagner Hosher, don't come after me. They might see me in real life and come after me. So say a prayer for me, everybody. Miami, where multiple cases of sexual misconduct have emerged within one of the largest teams that they used to be a part of, the community deserves better. Lyra Jiu-Jitsu is committed to being part of that change. We believe in no idolatry, no mistreatment of students, and zero tolerance for sexual misconduct from coaches or students alike. These principles are non-negotiable and foundational to who we are as an academy. Lyra Jiu-Jitsu will continue to uphold the highest standards of integrity. Now, remember Lucas Lyra was kicking Achilles Hosha in the elbow. Remember that? Remember when he kicked him in the elbow? Remember that? I remember that. Highest standards of integrity, accountability, and care for our students and community, both on and off the mats. From now on, we represent ourselves. Everybody saving themselves, you know, which I understand. Maggie, hey Maggie, I don't know why she posted this anyway. Maggie, you should have said something earlier. You should have said something when you were, or whoever was going through that stuff. You did, you didn't. You did it, didn't you? Who are you talking about? Do you think the allegations against Atos is true? Bro, have you not watched the live stream? Maybe. I plead the fifth, 5. Everything's alleged, right? We are still waiting for the records of the charges to be filed. My informant has not told me the charge. Our informant has said no charges have been filed as of yet, so we're waiting for that. I'm gonna let the law do what they're supposed to do. Now, the law will let you down sometimes. Hasn't the law let people down several times in the past and in the present? So we're gonna wait for the authorities to hopefully do a good job on this. Now it's possible that things don't go the way we think they will go. Which, I mean, nobody in jiu-jitsu really gets punished. Look at fight sports; they never got punished. None of these guys, J-Rod didn't get punished. Nobody gets punished in this sport. Nobody, not a single person got punished in this sport. ChatGPT working overtime to make this standard gym form reply. Yes, sir. All these standard form replies making me feel less certain that anybody actually going to do something productive to stop abuse. They probably won't. I read all that already? Oh, yeah, I did read all that. Does anybody realize she's at a playground? What is the context of this? Let's see what IBJJF got to say then. I think that's it for us today. I'm tired. Been talking for 3 hours. The law and justice are not always aligned. That's true. And, say you get acquitted. Well, he's innocent. No, he just wasn't convicted. Don't mean you innocent. So now I got to read all this. Guys, make sure you're supporting the live stream. I got to read all this. My throat be dry. I got CP rushing me. Yeah, CP rushing me. Now, guys, make sure you're supporting the live stream. I got to read all this. Look at that. Look at that. Look at all that text over there. CP. CP, I got to read all this text. You guys know I can barely read. So make sure you're supporting the live stream in whatever way you can. At least like the video. Can you guys do that? No? Okay. You guys can't even like the video. And that's free. Let's read this, and that's it for me, everybody. Official statement from IBJJF, International Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu Federation. Hey, where you guys been? You guys never say nothing. IBJF, I'm surprised they posted anything. They never say nothing. CP, look at CP. CP. I got CP rushing me over here from Europe. My God, everyone is in COA mode. What is COA? It's gross. What does COA stand for? Alrighty, last thing, then I'm gonna jump off of here, bro. I'm tired. 3 hours. Who else is streaming 3 hours about this stuff? Official statement. For years, the International Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu Federation, IBJJF, has been committed to maintaining the safety and integrity of the jiu-jitsu community. Have you, IBJJF? By proactively identifying and removing individuals who compromise our standards. What are your standards? You never posted your standards. Our mission is to ensure that jiu-jitsu remains a secure environment for every practitioner. And we have maintained a consistent policy of permanently removing individuals who breach these principles. Andre, they're going to take you out, Andre, they're going to take you out of here. Look at Danny Chopper got his popcorn. You should share some of that popcorn, Danny Chopper. Our mission is to ensure that jiu-jitsu remains a secure environment for every practitioner, and we have maintained a consistent policy of permanently. Andre, they're gonna remove you, Andre? Who said that Galvao wouldn't be at Pans? They were right. Permanently removing the individuals who breach these principles. What about Fight Sports? Fight Sports, they just registered for Miami. Did they not break the rules and principles? No. They just made up the rules and principles. See, that's why we need to do judo. Permanently removing individuals who breach these principles. In order to uphold this commitment, the following requirements for registered members have been in place for several years. Now, that ain't true. If you want to compete as a black belt, you don't have to do safe sport certification. You don't have to do background check. Now, if you want to be in their system as a coach, you probably do. But if you want to compete at black belt, you don't have to do all this. Now, if they make me have to do all this crap and make me pay $150, whatever, I'm gonna be upset. They might not see me no more at IBJJF. If they raise that membership fee one more time, they're not gonna see me no more. The following requirements for registered members have been in place for several years. Safe Sport certification. All black belts must complete safe sport training upon applying for a certificate or degree renewal, but you don't have to do that. This program is essentially everybody should have to do safe sport. Where does the money go? Yeah, that is a great question, Mush. Where's the money going? It's going to Carlos Gracie's bank account. I bet you that money hit a couple times a month. And you know what? People's renewal date be all over the place, so he be getting good checks. Yeah, where does the money go, Mush? And why is it that black belts the only ones that had to do this? Why don't everybody, USA Judo, USA Wrestling, USA Grappling, everybody does safe sport. Everybody does background check. And this is only if you want a certificate. And most black belts don't got no certificate. I don't got no certificate. I ain't giving them no $400, $500. Come on. This program is essential for identifying, preventing, and reporting sexual misconduct and recognizing professional red flags within an academy. Mandatory background checks. We enforce rigorous background checks for all black belts, but not everybody else, that are responsible for a gym or an association and their direct assistant coaches to ensure only those in good standing lead our community. The IBJJF unequivocally condemns all forms of abusive relationships or behavior and unprofessional conduct. Is that true? I mean, bro, we wouldn't have no IBJJF if that was true. We do not condone or support any actions that threaten the well-being of jiu-jitsu students or the reputation of our sport. Regarding the reports and testimonies this past weekend, we are treating these accusations with the highest priority. MTK says $400 a year or something, and I have to prove my belt. I'm not sure if it's $400. It's not. It's $400 per degree or something. I don't know what it is actually. It's $400 for the first certificate that says you're black belt, but I believe you have to pay for every stripe or so. So yeah, they would have if they made that cheaper, they would have more people do it. So far, my informant said no charges have been filed, but that's still pending. Regarding the reports and testimonies this past weekend, we are treating these accusations with the highest priority because people were speaking out. What about all the other times? We are currently monitoring all relevant developments and gathering information to take decisive action. What does that mean? The safety of students and the integrity of the martial arts instruction are non-negotiable, and we will continue to evolve our protocols to protect our community and keep charging you more money. So shout out to IBJF for doing something for the first time. I ain't never seen them post nothing like this before, so that's a step in the right direction maybe. I'm not sure what else is going on. We'll keep you guys updated. So we leave it up to you guys to I don't want to say be the judge, but we do want to keep you guys informed. Everything's alleged, right? I do want to see what other people were posting, so we'll see if anything popped up. But otherwise, I'm tapped out. 3:30, 3 hours 30 minutes. Dorothy says IBJJF is gathering information by watching this stream. Well, they're gonna kick me out of the. they're gonna kick me out if they watch this stream. BJJ Korea says we do not believe there is any place for abuse or harassment on the mats. Jiu-Jitsu should be a safe environment where women and all people can train with confidence, comfort, and respect. Supporting those who go through situations like this and encouraging them to speak up is essential so these cases are not silenced. We also believe that situations like these must be handled with responsibility and seriousness. to prevent them from happening again. They keep happening. Silence does not protect the sport. Awareness, open dialogue, and the pursuit of accountability do. This is how we strengthen the community and create a healthier environment for everyone. The sport we love should be associated with values such as respect, responsibility, and care for one another. That ain't jiu-jitsu. Jiu-jitsu all about money. Preserving the mat as a healthy and respectable space is a shared responsibility so that jiu-jitsu can continue to be a positive force for growth. Gracie South Bay, they posted something too. I can't read it. I can't read anymore, bro. I'm so tired. I can't read anymore, bro. I'm tired. Is this girl from Atos too? Heather Morgan? I don't know where she's from. She shared some stories. Essentials shared their stories. Essentials not a part of there. Nia, you posted anything? Okay, hey. Uh-oh. Will Galval get hit with a lifetime ban from IBJJ? That might be the biggest news we've ever seen on this channel before. Besides Grippo Stalker, that might be the biggest news we've ever covered. Dorothy says, would a single person put a post that says BJJ is for men and children and women? Play at their own risk, because if not, then all those posts are entirely worthless. Gracie Combative's new marketing should be, you can't possibly get assaulted because we never roll. That's kind of funny. Adele, I'm about to tell you Adele. Nia posted this. She said, something about the current conversation in jiu-jitsu really doesn't sit well with me or right with me. Why is the response to abuse so often separate men and women? Abuse is power. Abuse is about power, not gender. I keep bringing that up, but I'm tired. I think Women Who Fight UK had a good post. We might have covered it already, CP. CP, we know you're busy, CP. CP need to work on your dissertation. Abuse is about power, not gender. We've seen cases involving women. We've also seen cases involving young boys. So clearly, separation is not the answer. On the surface, that might sound like protection, but it isn't. It's just displacement. It shifts the blame or the burden onto women to adapt, change their training, and take up less space, instead of demanding better standards from everyone. Also, framing survivors as threats because of false allegations creates a culture where people are afraid to speak at all. False reports are statistically rare. Abuse in positions of power is not. You can't claim to value safety while being more afraid of accusations than abuse itself. Uh-oh, shoot, she got you guys. Predators thrive in cultures of doubt, not cultures of accountability. Predators don't disappear when you divide the room. They're still there. She says comments like this and this mindset is in itself what allows harmful behaviors to go unchecked. If your first instinct is to defend the possibility of false allegations instead of preventing abuse, why? It's worth asking why. I don't want to read anymore. I do want to see what UK women said, though. Hey, UK women. I think we read this already, CP. It's from 2 days ago. This post by Nia sounds like a human wrote it. Thank you, Dorothy. I think she did write it. What did Fionn say? They say they condemn any form of grooming, harassment, or abuse. Yeah, we did read this. So I'm not going to read it again. I'm too tired to read it. You guys know I'm tired. Did Fionn say anything? She don't have to say nothing. I mean, she's not the representative of all the women, is she? Like that perfect dude or whatever his name was, it's always wait for the facts. Oh yeah, that dude. Like these fools need to shut up. The thing is, it keeps happening, and you know these guys be guilty allegedly. Fionn, how you doing? Goon Squad, where you at? Hey, Fionn. 31? Oh, she's still young. To me. All right. Okay. She shared out Alexis Now I'm gonna say, everybody go read Alexa's. CP, did you read Alexa's her message on there? Go read her message. Keenan had a long post. Oh, Fionn had a post too. Let me read Fionn's post. Goon Squad gonna need to have a council vote on. Hey, no, you don't need no vote. Okay. Fionn, yeah, for sure. So many, we got a lot of predators over here. I'm tired, bro. Let me read this, and this is it for me. I'm tired. And we'll be back tomorrow. She says, Fionn says, I'm fortunate to have trained with many great coaches throughout the years and consider my time spent representing Essential as that. Repping Essential and JT Torres and Atos. And I did so proudly. I recommend anyone brave enough to speak up and offer my full support. I'm proud to be a coach at Arma and for the policies we have in place, and promise to never turn a blind eye to situations like the ones that are happening recently, or the ones that have recently come to light. Going forward, I hope we all refrain from supporting any abusers. Well, you won't have a sport no more if you stop supporting the abusers. This is not an isolated case. Supporting their seminars, hosting them, sponsoring them, it makes you complicit. The biggest question is about Sarah Gaval. Is Sarah Gaval defending her father? But on that note, Sarah Gaval, she didn't abuse anybody. So why are we coming down so hard on her when people like Jay Goonrod can make a killing doing seminars? Are we being too harsh on Sarah Gaval? I wonder. Let's see where Sarah Gaval is. I don't think Angelica posted anything. And I gotta get out of here, bro. I'm exhausted. Sarah Gaval, she over there enjoying herself in Europe. She having a good time in Switzerland over there with CP and Yasmin. Sarah Gaval was just in Zurich giving a seminar for women and kids. Well, I mean, she having a good time. Well, I mean, she enjoying herself before she go back home. Where's her husband at? Sarah, where's this guy? Where's that guy at? He's still around? He ain't heard nothing from that dude. She is not with us at all. Don't spread that. She was in Zurich. That's your hometown. So she was with you. CP, anybody in Zurich, they with you. That's just how it goes. Angelica Gaval ain't post nothing. We went to Italy but you still your hometown. Let's see where Sunny is. What country is she running off to? I don't see her on here. Man. Hey, Sunny, where you at? Did I misspell her? What's Sunny's name? Is 2 Y's in Hey Sunny? Finally, the real news. Hey, Dorothy Slippers. Is it 2 Y's in Hey? Where's Dorothy Slippers? What's Hey Sunny's? I can't find it now. He got to send it to me. Dorothy Slippers. Where's Hey Sunny's info at? Not the Sunny. Okay. Thank you, sir. See, you need Goon Squad. If you don't got Goon Squad, I can't find nothing. Oh, I don't see her. Did she block me? I got blocked. I got blocked over here. Did I get blocked? I think I got blocked, everybody. I can't I probably got blocked. I wonder why I got blocked. Oh, somebody sent it to me. I won't say who sent it to me. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, whoever sent it to me. Let me copy what you wrote. Can I not copy? Oh, I can't copy. Huh. Let me just send it to myself. I don't know why it's not popping up here. Let me finagle it. There you go. I don't know why it wasn't popping up. Here we go. Okay. Whoo. Not so sunny. I couldn't pull you up, girl. Where were you up to? We don't know where she is. This is all for research purposes. She might be going to jail. Are you at? Maybe she got a court date in March. I don't see nothing what she's up to. Okay. Let me look what Trey Angry MMA is up to. And I think that's it, bro. I'm cooked. They're posting the same things we posted, basically. Yeah, we saw that. Does Adele have a real? Is that her real T-shirt now? She got that merch out. Is that her real merch? Sunny's sister is an amazing wildlife photographer. Sunny has it. Oh, don't say that. No, she don't. Uh-oh. Who is that? Uh-oh. We got another informant. I won't say their name. Thank you. Let me see what they put it out here.
Everyone, Professor Jagovon here. We are at Atos Jiu-Jitsu headquarters, the best gym in the world.
Dang. It's crazy how easy it is to mess up your whole reputation. Let me I got one more thing. I gotta call it quits, man. We tired over here. Guys, make sure you're supporting the live stream because I gotta sit here for 4 hours. 4 hours of struggling, man. I haven't moved one bit. Julia Angelica? I'm not sure who this is. Who is she? You always one moan away from the gutter. That's true, apparently. Oh, is this new? 1 hour ago? Oh, Jesus Christ. She trained at Atos as well? Goon Squad, control yourselves. I don't know who she is. Oh, there she is right there. Hey. So I told you people, LL Snap said people at Atos got money. What kind of car is that? Mitsubishi? Nissan. People at Atos got money. That was a nice, brand new car right there. Oh, let's be serious here. Let's look at the post. She says, I've been sitting on the idea of finally opening up about my experience in the sport I love for quite some time in the last weeks to months. In light of everything circulating in the BJJ community, I feel even more compelled to finally put this anxiety to rest for myself. I'm not sure. Dorothy Slipper. Dorothy Slipper. She says, I've been sitting on this for far too long. I've carried this in silence for about 10 years as things kept unfolding. And now, honestly, staying quiet is one of my biggest regrets. The way everything unfolded left me dealing with consequences inside and outside of jiu-jitsu. From the situations I was way too young and naive to fully understand at the time, I've carried a lot of hurt and anxiety around this, mostly by myself. Sharing this now isn't about drama, attention, or revenge. It's about finally not holding it in anymore. Years ago, I left a team that was a huge part of my life. What team was she a part of? Can somebody tell me? Somebody sent this to me, but didn't put no information. Who is this girl? Can somebody tell me? She's a brown belt. Brazil. You know what? She does look familiar. Oh, maybe not. I don't know. Let me keep reading. Sharing this now is not about drama, tension, or revenge. It's about finally not holding it in anymore. Years ago, I left a team that was a huge part of my life without publicly explaining why. And there's a lot of stories like this, man. Unfortunately, a lot of stories like this. If we're going 10, 20 plus years ago, man, there's a ton of stories. The people in charge were told what happened. That's all I'm going to say about that. About 10 years ago, I was still a minor. A trusted authority figure, my professor, made unwanted sexual advances toward me while we were traveling for my first Pan Ams as a juvenile. I had known and trusted this person since I was very young, like a second father figure during a rough time in my life. It was confusing and overwhelming, and I didn't feel safe telling anyone. I was ashamed, scared, and afraid of losing the one thing I knew I wanted to build my future around. So I stayed quiet and tried to normalize what I didn't have the tools to understand yet. Looking back now, I see the dynamic clearly. Atos versus Fight Sports in the pit. We call that jail, sir. That is called jail. Just lock everybody up. Years later, it stopped. I continued the sport in Long Beach, kept training, and gained valuable experience. I don't know who her coach was. It wasn't me. I saw and experienced more unhealthy behavior toward women in the sport, but I was accustomed to how the culture was there. Eventually, I came back home for my mental health, expecting to land somewhere I felt supported. At first, it seemed like I had that. That same professor had offered opportunities to teach, train, rebuild, and continue on to support myself here in the Bay Area. Not long after, I was removed from his gym and told it was tied to a past circumstance that were affecting his current relationship. I remember feeling sick, confused, and broken all over again. There was some back and forth around how it was that he expected me to move forward and what I was supposed to tell people, because after all, he was like a father to me. I was left to deal with this alone. I continued teaching and training at an affiliate gym here in the Bay Area. But after some time, I realized how unsupported I felt by this team that had already done so much damage. I formally put everything in writing years ago upon my decision to leave. The response felt minimal to me. After that, I stepped away fully. From the outside, my departure probably looked sudden and unexplained. In reality, I was trying to survive and hold myself together. Over the years, this experience led me to isolate myself more than I should have. It changed how I trust people and who I trust. It created anxiety around training spaces and competitions, and it made returning to the sport, even in small ways, emotionally difficult. I've done a lot of work to heal, but carrying this alone has been heavy. I'm deeply grateful for the people I did open up to, the ones who helped me keep going when I wasn't sure I could. I've made meaningful progress, but every step forward has brought me closer to finally saying this out loud, because I'm tired of carrying it alone. I'm tired of the assumptions and the unanswered questions. This is me putting the weight down. If anyone is or has gone through similar experiences, know it's okay to speak your truth. Speak up and prioritize yourself and your healing. Oh my God. Thank you for sharing. I'm not sure what team she was with or who she was talking about. Somebody will have to inform me. I don't know. Adele also had some, I want to say allegations. But these girls speak out. You guys don't believe them. I had one dude on here, what did we just read? It's just a girl, a woman, a person sharing her story. So thank you for sharing. And hopefully this gives other women and other people courage to speak out. So that's fine. I'm glad she shared it. Now she didn't post any names or anything, so there's no system. There's no system for these people to reach out. I mean, IBJF doesn't have anything to where you can contact them. Like, you contact them. Hopefully, they read your email. They probably won't read your email though. So I'm not sure which team she was talking about or who she was talking about. I don't know if it's affiliated with what's going on now. But again, thank you for sharing. And she knows some people too. Who was she talking about? Dorothy said, "What are we reading?" Here, Dorothy. Dorothy's a gooner, bro. He just want to see her. He just want to goon. All right, hey. I believe you, girly. I'm not going to minimize your voice like Dorothy Slippers would try to. All right, guys, that is. I am done. 3 hours, 3:50, almost 4 hours. You guys got to make sure to support the live stream because I be dying over here, bro, reading all this stuff. It says, I respect women because if this happened to me, I'd be outside these dudes' house on the nightly with a bat. Well, you probably would just shoot them. All right, everybody, that's it, man. Unfortunately, this is only the second month of the year, and we already got to deal with this crap. So I'm hoping the rest of the year is better and everybody treats everyone else with respect. And, that's crazy, man. And, man, this sport is crazy. That's why we do judo. LL Snap is working on the designs for the merchandise, so we'll get that ready. And that's it, man. I'll see you guys. I'm done, man. If this happened to Hadra Gracie, I'm done with jiu-jitsu. Nah, don't. Hey, bro. Dorothy, don't do that, Dorothy. Why would you even say that, Dorothy? Dorothy. See, Dorothy, look at Dorothy, man. Hadra Gracie over. Hadra just got married. Why would you wish that on that man? Thank you, Danny Choppa. Thank you, guys. We'll be back tomorrow, but hopefully we don't. Andre, stop posting. Post your Bible quote and get off of there. Post a single Bible quote and get off of social media. And get a good lawyer. I am sad to see that with Atos because, I know people from Atos and I fought a lot of people from Atos. So that does make me sad to see the team kind of fall apart. Great stream. Thank you, sir. Major decision to go to Judo Easy. Now, judo people don't get in trouble because then I got to do the Ninja News Network will cover judo as well. We got a couple people watching the stream. Thank you, everybody. We appreciate you people. We'll be back Monday. We're here Monday through Friday, and hopefully we can get back to some fun streaming stuff. But I'm happy we cover this stuff because usually I post this stuff and people the whole stream. Wow, you get to the point, Alec. And I'm like, man, we're learning. This is a real live occurrence. So we got, there's like law enforcement charges being filed. This girl just posted this. I'm sure by the time I jump off, somebody's going to post something else. So we'll keep you guys updated real time. This ain't scripted. This ain't scripted at all. I'm with you learning this stuff. So we appreciate everybody. Thank you. We'll be back tomorrow. If you want to support the channel, support the channel. Thank you, CP. Thank you for sharing. Everybody, thank you for signing off on the Ninja News Network. We got to get the t-shirt and the branding. We're working on that. The Ninja News Network can cover some stories that other people can't or won't cover. So I don't see anybody else talking about this too much. We appreciate everybody. Thank you for your support. We'll be back tomorrow. Peace out, and we'll see you guys later. Stay out of trouble, everybody. See, look, I be telling people stay out of trouble. Keep your hands to yourselves. Don't date at your gym. And they be jumping on me for saying that. Stay healthy. Don't crash out. Some of you guys